Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back yet again to another edition of the Comcisgate Commandos, number 86. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. We had a few issues last week wherein my channel was struck for the YouTube's firearm policy. But needless to say, we don't show firearms on this channel. At least not like real life firearms. It's just, like comic book stuff, that kind of thing. So some of you are maybe wondering why we didn't do the normal intro for the Commandos, which I just to make sure no shenanigans happened again this time. I just didn't want to give anybody any kind of ammunition. Military jokes. To strike us. So we're not going to do that for this evening. At the moment, I don't have either of my co-hosts. That's okay. Frederick's going to be out for a little bit. He'll be back, I don't know, maybe like an hour or 2 hours from now or something like that. Family stuff. Obviously, family comes first. And like that. So let's get right into it, ladies and gentlemen. Our special guest star for this evening is, of course, Eric from Alpha and Omega.
Good evening, Eric. What's up, Patrick? Hey, good evening. Thank you for having me back for my first ever live stream for the second time.
Yeah,
did you ever get down to the bottom of that?
I tried, but YouTube, I appealed it, and then YouTube instantly denied it within 5 minutes of me appealing it. And then I desperately searched on the YouTube studio to find some way that I could push that issue further, and there's nothing. And so it's kind of it makes you wonder, this can just happen to anybody at any time. If somebody just doesn't like you, they can just hit your channel and then you're screwed. There's got to be some way around it, but I'm not technologically savvy enough to know. So I did my best. I really did, because I'm not a perfect person, and if you wrong me like that, I do get very vindictive. So I try to do what I can to, if you made me suffer. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say, it's probably nearly impossible to track down how something like that happens unless somebody, speaks about it.
Yeah, that's true. And I think the only ones, the only things that YouTube keeps records of the people who did it are when you actually get copyright struck. Like, say we were, watching somebody else's show, and they copyright struck us. I can go back and, I've seen people go back and find out who was the person who did the copyright strike. But this, there's just, I don't know. There's nothing that nothing I can do. So you know what? Just leave it in God's hands, and I'm not stressing about it, man. It's like YouTube isn't even really like I'm so close to getting monetized, which would be nice, not for advertisements or anything like that. Because considering the subject matter that we discuss on this show, including tonight's show, we're probably not going to get ad revenue, which isn't a big deal to me. It's mostly just like super chats and stuff, because there's a lot of people out there who want to, they want to do a super chat. They want to give you money so you can read their comment. And I appreciate that. I appreciate that greatly. If it ever happened to me. And I want to come up with like, oh, I got $5. Everybody's got their little thing when they get money that they do. That ain't cheap, that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So, and so yeah, it'd be nice to get monetized, but it is worrisome that like, even if you are monetized, even if somebody could just, mm-hmm. I'm actually kind of surprised that some of the bigger channels who are a little bit more into the drama and stuff, how they aren't hit like that every time they go on stream. I don't know how.
Yeah. We were like 3 minutes in and nothing was even said. Yeah,
exactly. Nothing was said. Nothing was shown. The only firearms shown at all were the intro that we've been playing for. Well, let's see. I took over the show after the 9th episode. On the 9th episode. So, we've been doing that for 74 episodes. Like almost a year and a half.
Giving you some hesitancy to go back to that intro video?
Just for tonight. I'm going to do it again next time. I just didn't want to mess anything up again. You know what I mean? Okay. I really want to have you on. I really want to talk about this comic book. So I was just like, I'm not gonna take the chance tonight. But ladies and gentlemen, we are joined, of course, by one of my co-hosts for this evening. It is, of course, ladies and gentlemen, Colonel Carbon Hart.
Hail. Sorry, I'm late.
Good evening. It's okay, man. It happens. How you been?
Well, it's funny. Oh, I'm good, thanks. I believe there's fuckery afoot, as some would say, because on Twitter or X, my Commandos chat, it vanished. It's gone. That's why I'm late, actually, because I couldn't get the link.
Oh, did I? Who gave it to you? I'm sorry. Did I miss?
Well, what I ended up having to do is I went into my phone, and the Commandos chat is on my phone, not on the desktop. Dude. So then I sent the link to myself, and then I was able to. Oh my
God! I'm looking at X right now, and like it just showed me that message. I was looking at X.
Oh, no worries, man.
This messaging thing on X is a nightmare, dude. I tried to message Vasilis about a commission, and it's like you don't have, it's not encrypted, so you can't message him. And I'm like,
what? It's a little glitchy, right? It's been a little glitchy lately. But anyway, hey Eric, how you doing, man?
Hey, good. How are you?
Good. It's good to be back.
I was waiting for you. I was just about to say that. I was waiting for you to say that. It's good to be back. Well, let's say hello to the chat real quick. We got Adam Weber. He says, U.S. Yes, of course. The greatest country on the earth. We got Zombie Boy. He says, woo! What's up, Zombie Boy? How you doing, man? We got Rosario, Scribe Comics. Yo, Commandos. What's up, Rosario? We have Art Hyde, ladies and gentlemen. Hail Commandos. Off topic, but Chloe Chambers just won the F1 Academy race in Vegas. They're blasting the American anthem across the strip. Yeah, there you go. Nice. F1 is racing, is it not? I'm sorry. We've got Wrangler, a whole lot of hola, he says. Thank you for being here, Wrangler. Wrangler actually had me on his show this past Monday. It was a lot of fun, great time. I naturally, as I am wont to do, engaged in a religious rant, and maybe turned some of his co-hosts off, but apologies for that, Wrangler, but I appreciate very greatly you having me on the show. It was a lot of fun. We got Stormtrooper Julian Caesar. He says, hail. What's up, Stormtrooper? Thank you for being here. And we have Headless Bourgeoisie. He says, hail. What's up, Headless? How you doing, man? So, yes. Well, let's get right into it, shall we? So, Eric, what well, let me bring up the page here. Two questions for you. First,
Mhm.
would you prefer to scroll through the pages you're talking about it, or would you prefer I just
I was
go
just
through
gonna.
the page?
You can scroll through it. I was just gonna bring it up in case I need to find something to direct you, but I can kind of just follow along with you.
Sure. Fantastic. Well, actually, let's play the trailer first, and then we'll get into it. Let's do that.
Awesome.
All right, hold on one sec.
Imagine if superheroes were real.
They are real. The heck you think aliens are? Like gods to us.
You have been lied to. History is a carefully crafted fiction. Reality is shrouded in deception. Your world is but a stage in a cosmic war, stretching throughout eternity.
I have said ye are gods, but you shall die like men, and fall like one of the princes.
Brace yourself for an alternate history, a colossal struggle between good and evil, a war that places you, a mere human, at its center.
God doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods.
This path will test you. It demands sacrifice. Only the brave will take the plunge, dive in, and discover the truth. If you can handle it.
What a fantastic trailer. First of
Thank
all,
you.
I want to ask some questions about that trailer. Did
Sure.
did you give that to somebody else to make, or did you have a lot of directive input into that?
No, that was all me.
Wow.
Well, I will say this: in a world that's full of copy and paste and AI slop, I will admit, like I took the it's the summary on the back of the book, like I basically just took that and I did use 11 labs, like to generate the female voice and the other voices, but no, I put
Those
the
were
ones
AI
already-
voices?
Yeah, I used 11 labs.
Interesting. Fascinating. I'm sorry, continue though.
Yeah, but as far as that is, as far as like current topics, you guys are probably gonna leave me in the dust. I do like to keep up on what's going on with AI, but I mean, like, who isn't?
Mhm.
But I was very thankful that AI didn't get to where it is right now until I've pretty much been sitting on this for 2 years. I had the script completed probably 4 or 5 years ago when I got with the artist Jeff, which we'll get into talking about the creators that were involved. But I would have been so tempted to use it more if it was where it is right now, and I'm just glad it wasn't, because I think it saps the creativity out of us.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you, and we don't have to get into the AI conversation really quick. Although I feel like you might be a little more. I don't know, because I feel like AI's got a spiritual aspect to it.
Totally.
It's not just a technology, and so we can get into that. Maybe let's get into that a little bit
Shell
later.
sort of stuff.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. Kind of like when you don't have a body, what do you do to make yourself a body? Kind of thing. But we'll get into that in a second here. So run us through. Let's just start from the very, very beginning. What was it that inspired you to start the process of? Because a comic book is not just something you just sit down and do. What was it that inspired you? Was there a particular moment or thought that you had or experience that you had that inspired you? Okay, I got to do this now.
I've always been, I guess, artistic. I mean, I grew up, I had sketchbooks and drew and stuff, nothing to the scale of what Jeff Slemons is the artist, nothing to the scale of what he was able to accomplish with this. But I was into art. I also saw that you're into music as well. Like I grew up, I'm a classically trained pianist, and then I got into jazz and blues and all that stuff. So I've always had that artistic nature in me. This actually began just as a personal work. It was just something that I was putting together for myself. It started off as notes. It started turning into a publication. But because of how detailed some of the aspects of it were going to be, I quickly realized that a use of powerful visual storytelling would be the best way to do this. I mean, as the saying goes, a picture's worth 1,000 words. So there's times where I'm trying to convey a lot of information, and you can do that with art, where you can't do that as easily with just text on a page.
Precisely. And So when you were like, all right, I'm going to do this, what was the first step you took? Was the book written? Is it a full book you've written before you changed it to a comic book script, or did it start like what was the first thing you did writing wise?
It was first a book, and I didn't even really know who I was. More writing it for myself. I was just taking notes, stuff that I could refer back to, some of the topics I'm covering in it, so that way if I was talking through these things with somebody else, I'd have notes to explain it. And then when it occurred to me that this would be best done using art, along with the text, I first started trying to draw it myself. And I actually, in the back of the book, there's some concept artwork that I did, and but I realized it was going to take me forever to do, and I just had a string of fortunate circumstances where the funds opened up, where I was going to be able to pay somebody I was much more skilled than myself to do it, and and you could say that I would say that it wasn't
It's
a
like
coincidence.
the hand of God to me.
Yeah.
Do you have, I mean, you said you drew some of the stuff. Do you have like a background in visual art? Because I know you mentioned music, but what's the visual arts background you have?
Just like I always excelled. I mean, I was normally, like, again, small school, but I was at the top of my class, like, as far as like art goes and that sort of thing.
Or homeschooled, because of course
no,
top of your class.
no.
Okay.
Right. You'd think so. But
I was at the top of my class in grade school.
Okay.
I was homeschooled. That's
Yeah. But I can't. I want to answer the question you asked me. Sorry.
I said, so, and I'm not, what's the background in visual art?
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. I was always drawn to art. I always had sketchbooks. As far as like comic books, I'll probably disappoint your fans. I wasn't like an avid comic collector, but I did.
Get out.
I grew up. I mean, I grew up in the 80s and 90s. So the things that I'm drawn to, and the nostalgia things, the movies that I watch, it's basically what you would expect. But like in the 90s, the only comics I ever collected were Tales from the Crypt comics. So I mean, you might appreciate that with what you're putting out. But I was never allowed to watch the show, as a kid. But my favorite Halloween costume I ever had was the Crypt Keeper. I was in 3rd grade, and I got a lot of use out of that costume. But as far as comic books, I did get some like Spider-Man, X-Men comics when I was in grade school. Like I used to. Some good friends of mine, we used to like take bike rides downtown to the store where they sold comics, and we'd get. Did you ever play Overpower?
No, I did not. I know of it, but I never played it.
Yeah, like we'd like long like summer afternoons in a non-air conditioned house and upstairs bedroom playing Overpower and stuff. I sucked at it, but I tried to play. But that was like my first exposure into comics. But I used to get the comic books out, especially like the scary ones, like the Tales from the Crypt stuff, and I trace the pictures and try to redraw them. Oh, I also liked those scary stories to tell in the dark books with like the super, just like hideous, just like really frightening drawings and stuff. Did you ever, what I'm talking about? I can't remember who drew those, but I was always fascinated with that stuff. But and then when I was going through school, I actually was pursuing architecture. Like I went through drafting classes, and that's actually what I started doing when I got out of high school. And then I won't go too much into my personal life, but I ended up changing paths. So I've always had that, and then like I said, I've always I grew up playing music and stuff. Actually, gigged a little bit, where I'm from.
You got paid? Paid?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you were good then.
I was okay. I would open for guys that are good. Put it that way.
Carbon, you hear this? This guy got paid for playing music.
Didn't you also?
Fucking no. I mean, yes and no. They'd be like, hey, sell these tickets. They're like $15 a pop. We'll give you $2 on a head.
Oh, well, that's the new thing
now.
They want you to sell your own tickets. Which
yeah. The new thing. That was what it was when I was in 2012. 2012 to 19 is when my band lasted.
Well, actually, that's funny because that's around the same year we were doing gigs too. No, yeah, we got paid for some gigs. Nothing big, not like big bucks, but we were getting paid at least.
What genres you guys? What your bands? Like, what do you guys play? Like, what style?
Rock.
Yeah, just rock. We were like, we delved into. So all of our popular songs were kind of pop punky, but the songs we liked the most were more like really heavy, all like verging on metal. I was the vocalist, so I guess for those songs, I would say I probably sang 60%, screamed 40%. So that kind of, that level of like hard rock, but it wasn't like quite metal, and it wasn't, look, not to toot our own horn, because it wasn't just me. But we played a bunch of different genres within our band that still sounded like us. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't like you listen to one song and be like, this is a totally different band. It was still us, but it was, some were super heavy and some were pop punk. And
I would say you guys kind of had a bit of a Coheed and Cambria thing going on. You don't like Coheed and Cambria?
You were my friend.
Nah, dude, they have some good stuff.
No, you're right. They do.
But no, if you listen to your stuff, and yeah, you can see that some similar. I'm not saying you bit off of them.
No, yeah.
You're within that genre, yeah.
I always thought it was like kind of like Foo Fighters with a little bit more bite, I guess is the way I looked at it.
I've seen Foo Fighters live a couple times.
How was that? I'd love to do that.
I watched them open for Chili Peppers.
Whoa! Now that's a lineup.
Yeah, it was like the Californication tour in 98 maybe. And I actually wasn't even listening to Foo Fighters at the time. I went there to see the Chili Peppers, and then I was like, dang, the Foo Fighters like brought the house down. And I ended up just going to see just them after that. I think
it's funny because
I've seen them 3 times.
We would cover Everlong usually because that tended to fit well into our set because we kind of had grunge is my favorite era of rock music, and so like Soundgarden, Alice in Chains, Tool, so that's kind of where we landed.
You would consider Tool grunge, Carbon?
More so at first, a little bit of their first stuff, but then they went more prog with Anima. But when they started, it was grungy. Their first album.
Gotcha, Eric. So, what kind of music did you play when you were gigging?
Well, I'll disappoint you. I did not. I shouldn't say I have not written any music. I have, but we just performed covers. It was classic rock.
That's fine.
Yeah, classic rock, and then blues, jazz.
And did you have a good band with you, or was it how would I put it? Because some people have horrible experiences where they've got to do all the work, and then other people have amazing experiences where everybody.
One very, very gifted female vocalist that made me sound really good. So I had that going for me, and then we had a band with another female vocalist.
What were you on at the time? Were you on the piano or the guitar? What were you doing?
Keys.
Okay.
Yep.
Sorry.
Piano.
Sorry to interrupt.
No, it's all right. But yeah, we had a band. I'm sure we had a drummer, guitar, bass, another female vocalist, so 2 female vocalists, and then me on the keys. But then when that kind of fizzled out, then it was just her and I.
Nice. So. Now this is the question you might not want to answer. Is there a video on YouTube we could watch?
Not that is not. It's unlisted.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. So no.
Smart move.
Fair enough.
That's the way to go.
But
let's get back into the comic. Let's get back into this Alpha and Omega. I have a lot of questions actually.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm fascinated by the topic. I like the mystery. Good move with being mysterious because that's drawing people in, right? Mm-hmm. And this whole. So obviously we have this religious. It's not even an undertone. It's pretty clear that religion is a vital part to this. So I read in one of the descriptions on this page, it refers to it as being like an alternate history. So can you give us a gist of how so? Because it looks like it's taking some biblical tales, right, and kind of giving like an alternate world history / religious history. So what's that like?
Well, I would say if you believe, well, I'm just going to call it scripture because that's what it is. If you were to take it literally, that's not going to be the conventional take on history. I mean, you're already stepping into alternate history. And then also, Patrick and I, we had an off-air conversation this week. Not going to be going into a lot of those topics on here, but I would say that it's a fact that history is written by the victors, and sometimes you have to peel the layers back to get at the truth. And I dig into a lot of that, and not just using ancient writings, and but also church writings that were written through the millennia, going to the source material. And then also same thing when it comes to like discussion of, various mythologies or current things like UAPs, like the page you're on now. I do go into like the NASA space program. That while it does, it definitely presents a worldview that I know that many people will not agree with. I guarantee that even a skeptic will read the book and they will learn something that at first glance they're going to say there is no freaking way that is true. And that is why I provided well-resourced endnotes in the end of the book. And like, for instance, like when it comes to talking about the origins of the United States space program and some other things, I'm sure like at first glance, people are going to say there's no way this is true. And that's why I used publications by the U.S. government printing office. So I used the opposing side's source material to basically verify what's presented in the book, because some of the stuff is so crazy you wouldn't believe it.
You know, it's funny that you say that, because this is it's kind of been a topic in the sphere to a degree, but there is this kind of like national pride wrapped up in the American space program.
In America itself.
Yeah. And people get incredibly emotional when you even hint that it might not be real or is quite as real as they think it is. It's really quite fascinating, the kind of emotional response. Not like, normally if people disagree with you and they think that you're, retarded, they'll just like, oh, they'll laugh at you, and they'll, oh, well, they'll bring facts or things like that, testimony to the forefront. But it's funny with the space program, people just get very emotional. They get very emotional.
It's a sacred cow to some people. Like I've discussed very controversial theological issues with people before, and that won't affect their mood at all. But if you touch that,
right,
like then they're very outspoken all of a sudden. It's really strange.
Yeah, that is actually, that's great that you mentioned. That's fascinating how you could talk shit all day on the Bible and say, this is fake and this is fake. And that, they won't have the same reaction they'll have to, NASA was kind of, founded and run by Nazis for a good portion. I just had that conversation actually at work today.
That's a good idea to talk about that at work.
Yeah, well, I avoid look, you may not believe me, but with most people, I just avoid the subject because I know that, like, I'm a very argumentative person, and so I'm gonna argue about it. But like, he was at the same time telling me that the government is full of shit and that NASA's full of shit. It all started off with him saying, I made a comment, like a side comment about the Earth maybe kind of being flat. My opinion on that subject is like, it's irrelevant, I guess. It could be flat or it could be a sphere. That doesn't change anything about Revelation history or the existence and reality of God and the real history of the world. Doesn't really, I mean, it has some effect on it, but it's not really all that important. But he got
I was going to say, this does get into biblical cosmology as well.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I would say that's going to be probably the place where you lose a lot of people. Like if you're trying, you know what I mean? When you're in the effort of convincing them, because
go
ahead.
To respond to that, what I like about this project is the fact that there is this. It's clear that, I mean, despite the fact that you wrote it on your page, the campaign, it's clear that you're offering this alternate history, this alternate kind of in comparison to what people usually know, right? In terms of what happens in the Bible, right? And so that is, I think that piques people's curiosity, because it's like, all right, that makes it interesting. How is he going to depict like an alternate version of these parables and the stories from the Old Testament that most people have heard of at the very least? So I think that sparks the curiosity. So I think that's a good move, even for people who don't believe.
To jump off that point, this is the image I think that made me like I that image of God on his throne, you know, and I've for a long time tried to imagine that in my brain and try to like, you know, formulate like what that looks like, and your artist like just blew it out of the water here. Like it's like this image right here, I think is my favorite thing on the whole campaign page.
I did struggle with in doing this, that some of the people that I was able to shoulder tap, I've got some very brilliant people at my disposal that have, you know, written works published in the fields that, you know, that are in the the themes that are presented in this, and this is one thing where I just talking to people that I look up to, and they were basically saying they basically gave me hesitation of actually depicting God, and I was told maybe you should just use like a light flare every time you show him. But the problem is, like in the word, it says, I span the heavens with my right hand. You know, the earth's my footstool. It's like, if he doesn't have a hand and he doesn't have a foot, like how am I supposed to depict this? But yeah, I mean, we can't do justice. You know what I mean? Like, while the art's incredible, I mean, Jeff did truly knock it out of the park. I'm sure like what we put together is still going to look like stick people, you know, compared to the true thing. But yeah, we didn't want to ever show his face and basically look like he's basically just light. You know,
it's especially good that you didn't show his face. I think, because not only is there, you know, the whole aspect of people prostrating themselves and almost protecting themselves from looking at him, but also like making the body is one thing, because like it says, we were made in the image and likeness of God. So it makes sense that he, you know, 2 arms, 2 legs, head, all that kind of stuff. But showing his face would be akin to what the grave sin that the Muslims think showing Muhammad's face is, except, you know, actually not a guy who listened to a demon, and more just the actual God of the universe.
Yeah, I agree. You know, keeping it that sense of mystery there is a good move, because trying to depict the face, yeah, I mean, that could be considered presumptuous. You know what I mean? Because it's very challenging to draw a convincing face in general. Actually, is challenging to begin with, but then to make that presumption to draw God, you know, is pretty big. With Jesus, at least, you know, we have accounts of what he looked like, and so that helps, you know, and the oldest paintings done of him. So,
and the Shroud of Turin too. I don't know if you guys believe that, but I do.
Yeah.
Straight
but in any
says,
case,
is Muhammad a character in this book? If so, where is your artist hiding out?
He actually does make a brief appearance.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, but do you show his face?
No.
You don't want to answer? You don't have to.
Right. But to kind of go something that Carbon was saying to add to, as far as the artwork goes, the way things are depicted, we took a completely literal approach everywhere that we were able to. We only filled in blanks where we had to. Like, we did take some artistic liberties where it was necessary, but I spent a ton of time making sure things were, to the best of my ability, as true to the text as humanly possible. Like when it's depicting different creatures and that, and this is just the theological aspect of the book. We haven't even gotten into the mythological aspects of it, and then also to kind of help promote the campaign in the book. I mean, I guess I could just give you the elevator pitch, if you like.
Sure.
So, I mean, we've been talking about it. The book, it's a 160-page comic book and also an interactive experience, and it blends alternate history, mythology, theology, and conspiracy. And the campaign's complete with a hidden challenge that starts inside the pages of the book. And that challenge, it leads to a real cash prize and a 500-year-old silver coin. But what we're talking about, it's presenting the concept to the reader that humanity is woven into a story that's far greater and far more fascinating than we realize. So basically, it puts the reader, you are in the center of the story. I don't think there's a lot of comic books out there that would do something quite like that.
I want to get into that aspect of it. Carmen, I'm sorry. Do you have something you wanted to say?
Yeah, I mean, briefly, I love that idea. When I saw that on the campaign page, I thought it was obviously clever. And you're right. I mean, there's no other comic, at least today, that's doing that, where you're having this interactive experience with it, especially with the whole the challenge. You know, that just makes it more fun. And the only thing I could think of that it reminds me of is what we grew up on was Choose Your Own Adventure. Those books when we were young had that interactive element.
I always walked my guy off the cliff or whatever. I don't remember.
You chose the bad ending.
Oh man, that's awesome. Let me say hello to some people here. Well, wait a minute. Oh, look at that. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our second co-host for this evening. It is, of course, ladies and gentlemen, what rank did I give him? Sergeant Guimau.
I'm here to talk comics and chew bubblegum. I'm all out of bubblegum.
Oh,
Hail.
perfect. What's up, Frederick? How you doing, man?
I'm doing well. How you guys doing?
You got the same
Good.
shades Eric's got. You went behind my back and you didn't tell me you were going to wear the red tinted shades.
Dude, if you're not on top of what's what right now, it's not my fault, man. This is what's trendy right now.
God, I can't
You want to
keep up
be
with these
in,
kids.
you want to be trendy, this is what you got to wear.
Wait, are these the do you guys have like heads up displays going through your glasses right now?
Yep.
I'm not at liberty to say, Patrick.
Well, let me say hello to some folks in the chat who have not said hello to yet. We've got Tank Ferret. What's up, Tank Ferret?
Hey,
and then
Tank.
he promptly left after that. I guess you didn't like the content of the show. Thanks, Tank. No, it's nice to see you, Tank Ferret. We've got Justin Belmont, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, Justin? Thanks for being here, man. Appreciate it. We got Jeremy Burtz. Hello, Jeremy Burtz. Is that a picture of Obi-Wan Kenobi? Looks like Obi-Wan.
There's a name
Jeremy
I haven't heard
Burtz.
in a long time.
Jeremy Burtz is actually a really good artist, and I believe he actually painted that avatar image that he did there.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Jeremy, where you been hiding, man? Thanks for being here. We've got, of course, ladies and gentlemen, it's Skeleton Core Comics. What's up, Skelly? How you doing, man?
Skelko.
Nice to see you.
How you doing, man?
Skelly, what's the holdup on your comic, man? Come on now. Come on.
Right?
Let's go. We want to see it. We've got Stray Beans. He says, the only alternative history I've ever written is my resume. Hey-o! What's up, Stray Beans? Thanks for being here, man.
Good on you, man.
We got Tiki the Mighty. Operation Paperclip did the math and hired Stanley Kubrick to fake the moon landing. Paul Revauche probably. You know, you guys are all going to be eating a whole lot of crow when you come to find out that Paul Revauche is right about a shit ton of got so much stuff. Everybody made fun of him. You won't be laughing 10 years from now. Just saying. We got Stray Beans. He says, is Muhammad... Yeah, we already read that one. Sorry, Stray Beans. Muhammad's in the book. And he's drawn by Bosch. No, I'm just kidding. He's not. But anyway. Welcome, Frederick. Thank you for being here.
Appropriate.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I got one more person here. We got the. Oh my gosh, what is your the Will Studios? I know that's not your real. What's the real name? Sup, Big Dogs. I'm glad you said Big Dogs. You guys know the band Dinosaur Pileup? You ever heard of that band?
Actually, no.
Yeah, they're a kind of a hot new thing, not doing very well, coming out of California. They desperately desire to be the hot new thing. You can tell in their music. Anyway, they got this new song called Big Dogs. I think it's a banger. I thought it was
So they're
awesome.
going for the homosexual element.
No. I think that's why they're not big, because he in his songs he's always talking about how like they're not making it big. And I got to be real with you, if you listen to their music, it's like if they did the Hollywood Kiss the Ring or Kiss the Something thing, they would probably be big by now. They're like a mix between Blink 182 and Nirvana, a pleasant mix that combines all the radio positive aspects of both of those bands, I would say. So, but yeah. Oh, and we got the Squid. He says, "Hey, yo, what's up, Squid? Thanks for being here, brother." Okay. So before we get into the game aspect of this, the hunt aspect of it, I do want to talk about your artist. How did you get in touch with your artist? Look at this. Oh my gosh. So okay, your whole team, the artist, the colorist, the letter.
Yeah.
How did this all come to?
Yeah. The artist is Jeff Slemons. And when I was searching for an artist, well, he was just finishing up a campaign. I think they had just finished, or they're right in the middle of the campaign with Mike Barron. So he did the inks and finishing work on Thin Blue Line for Mike Barron, which did very, very well. And I was looking into him, and I immediately I thought we would have some shared interests just based on what I knew of him. So I reached out to him, and basically, like, we just hit it off immediately. I mean, first he said, I explained what I was working on. He wanted to see a script. At this point, I had taken what I had written and I had already reformatted it to a comic book script because I'd already decided this is the direction I was going. So I sent the script to Jeff, and I mean, yeah, you can see his work's phenomenal. So the rest is history there.
Well, hold on a second. There's a little more info I want to know about that. So you had the script and then you sent it to him. When you wrote the script, did you write it so that it was like in comic book format with panels and pages, or
panel
did you
by
let
panel.
him? Okay.
No, I had the panels. I had Now I will say this: when he got the first version of the script, the book was only going to be about half the length, and he said, "We got to air this out. Like, we need some more breathing room, so the art has more, more room to breathe." So basically, the book ended up being twice the length of what it would have been.
So you had to go back and change your
I had
script,
to go back.
I guess? Okay.
Yep. And sometimes we had to do that as we went. Like, he would just say, "Hey, this should be a spread. This should be busted up into 2 panels." And like, so it was constantly, we were back and forth as we went through the script.
Very nice. Okay. Sorry. Continue. So you got him on board. He started working with you.
Yeah. Jeff's awesome. Very easy to collaborate with. And then the colorist is out of the Philippines. Joel Chua is his name. And, so basically then I would then send the artwork to Joel, who colored it digitally, obviously. And I mean, he did phenomenal work. I really feel like it elevated every page that he worked on.
So did you pay him in bubblegum?
Tic Tacs now. No. Yeah. I mean,
sorry, that's a terrible joke. I apologize, Chad.
Yeah.
Cigarettes, actually.
No,
because his name's Chua. Okay, never mind.
I gotcha.
Okay. I'm sorry.
I gotcha. I was late on that one. No, he was great to work with too. Very great team. And while I'm giving shout outs, I should probably also mention, as far as the campaign goes, because once I got done with the book, I didn't realize when I launched the campaign how little sleep I would be getting, like that first week. Nobody warned me about that.
Why did you not get sleep? What was?
I'm doing this by myself, and this is the first time I've ever done it. So I'm taking pointers from a lot of people, from people that know what they're doing. Somebody that's been a big help to me was Chris Brawley, who's big studios working with Mike Barron on his campaigns. He allowed me to like show my campaign to him, to bounce things off of him, and that's a good idea. Get rid of that and that sort of thing. So that was a huge help. And I've also talked with Howard at Critical Blast a couple times, who helped me out with the logistics and shipping. What to do with that stuff. So
are you using Critical Blast for fulfillment?
I would like to. I have to justify it first. As it stands right now, like if I can get, I kind of have numbers in my mind where it's like if I get to that point, I really don't have the bandwidth to do fulfillment myself. But also I didn't know what to charge for anything, and he's like definitely my first consideration. Like if I get to where it's like, okay, this is out of my, I'm not gonna have time to do this, then I would like to go that route.
Okay. And okay. So I'm sorry, I interrupted you though. You said so you're very stressed, you were doing it by yourself. Did you feel like, were you worried that this was, I mean, look, if you ask me, how many days are we into this? You started on November 2nd. We're 20 days in, and you're already at nearly $14,000. Now, of course, some of that's going to be taken by FMC, 3%, and then some of that's going to be taken.
I think he's at 1%.
Is he at 1%?
I think so.
Yeah, FMC is 1%.
Oh my gosh, he's been taking 3 from me. You son of a bitch, Luke.
Well, you got a special rate, Patrick.
A special rate, right?
Yeah.
The celebrity rate. No, I'm just kidding. I haven't paid attention to what he's taking.
I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Luke too. He's been incredible to work with.
Yes, Luke is awesome.
Yeah.
Fund My Comic is amazing. Oh, speaking of which, do you have this anywhere else other than Fund My Comic?
No. So before I was suggested to check out Fund My Comic, when I first started building the campaign, I started on Don't Hate Me. I started on Kickstarter, and when I
we have a clip for this. Hold on.
Kick him off the show, Patrick.
Crocked, aren't you?
I was just using it to build the campaign. Okay.
I
didn't. But anyways, I did submit it for review, and they immediately struck it down because they said it violated their terms and policies. I can only assume that was probably because of the challenge that's embedded in the book. So then I flipped over to Indiegogo.
Wait, so
if they kicked you off Kickstarter, you're getting points back.
I'm a paranoid person. You said it was because of the challenge. Do you have any evidence for that?
I don't know that. They just said that it violated their terms and conditions.
Did they specify which term?
I'd have to go back and look at my correspondence with them. That's been like forever ago.
Okay.
So I went to Indiegogo. I was already kind of just from listening online, hearing that there was some like cancel culture stuff on Kickstarter, but I also heard it was happening on Indiegogo as well. But I flipped it over to Indiegogo. That's why I suspected it was the challenge, because they said, this looks okay, but you're gonna have to tighten the language up on this, basically. So it's clear that they have nothing to do with it. That way it passes Stripe's sniff test. And so I did that. They gave me the green light. And then, like I said, I was hearing of other people being canceled on Indiegogo. And I thought, well, that's just great. With some of the controversial themes I have in this book, if somebody gets upset about it, I could be halfway through the campaign and the thing gets shut down. Mm-hmm. So that's when I started, I don't know, somebody recommended talking to Luke, and that's how that all started. But, They did say they would, like Indiegogo did say they would do it, but I just basically hit the brakes right then because I thought I'll probably get halfway through this thing and something will happen to get shut down. I know Luke's a huge advocate of free speech, so I just thought this is the right way to go.
And he's a staunch Christian too, so that's always a positive thing. Carbon, you want to say something?
I'm thinking that it could have been likely the fact that conspiracy is brought up, that it's incorporating conspiracies and conspiracy theories, because that became a hot word, as we all know, within the last 5 years, especially, with the pandemic and
the plandemic, you meant to say.
Yeah, people waking up to conspiracy theories.
Off again.
We'll see. I mean, we've talked about this. We actually have talked about this on air before.
It is a matter of factual record. Okay,
but
sorry.
Yeah,
go ahead.
I mean, it's funny how there was like a crucial moment after J6, where there was a congresswoman who specifically mentioned the conspiracy subreddit on Reddit as like one of the factors that made people, kind of, more obsessed with conspiracy theories. So that was kind of like a paradigm shift. And so, yeah, I think that's like a hot word that they might want to avoid.
That's fascinating because that hot word, the conspiracy theorist phrase, was created by the CIA. And furthermore, like the idea that, oh, look who we've got. The idea that, okay, oh my God. You know what? I'm sorry, Eric. I'm sorry. I have this problem where I like go into rants and then I lose track of what we're talking about, which is you and your campaign. So let me just shut up. I'm going to stop. Carbon, Frederick's so nice, and Frederick likes to hear me rant. So, Carbon, if I start ranting, cut me off. Ladies and gentlemen, it is, of course, my third co-host for this evening. It is the wonderful Katie Did. What's up, Katie?
You didn't play my intro.
Katie, I'm avoiding intros and all things weird at the moment because we got shut down last week, and I don't want to do it.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, gotcha.
We'll just have to make do with your wonderful voice. I'm being nice to you because
you.
Eric's here. When he leaves, I'm going to tell you how I really feel.
Well, that's fine. I can take it. Good evening, Eric. It's nice to meet you.
Frederick,
nice
you muted.
Good to see everybody. Hell.
I was just
Hey,
saying,
Katie.
you're so nice to Katie today. Like, did you have a special day at work?
Yeah.
Did you find a girlfriend? Did, Brittany return your phone call?
Did I find a girlfriend? Oh, my God. Don't. Stop it. I'm always nice to Katie. What are you talking about? Right, guys?
Sure.
Right? Tell Eric I'm always nice to her.
Mm.
Anyway.
Well, the night is not over yet. And
No, it's not.
things are likely going to change in about an hour.
So what is this, Eric? What's this? Your campaign about? This is the first time I'm looking at it. I know you kind of been over it a couple times, but I've never seen this before. Can you tell me what your campaign's about?
Yeah. Basically, in a nutshell, what's out there? How did we get here? Why are we here? And that there's a larger story behind human existence, and we're part of it. It's kind of it in a nutshell. And a lot of conspiracy, mythology, theology, all packed into one comic book.
So who are the main characters? Who's your protagonist? Who's your main
Satan.
character? Okay.
Yes, Satan. He's the protagonist of protagonists. Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, without giving away too much, I guess.
The antagonist or the protagonist?
Well, I was saying answering her the antagonist.
Oh, okay. You said protagonist. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah. No, protagonist is the creator of the universe.
That's
God is
Katie.
the
God
protagonist of the book, essentially, right? So does the story begin? And not that this might sound like a dumb question, but I'm actually curious.
Sure.
Does the story begin with the dawn of man, like the creation of the universe? What's the beginning?
So what I did and how this started, I actually wasn't going to spill all the beans on this because I wanted to leave a lot of mystery to the reader and then let them get their hands on it and decide for themselves, where they stand on this stuff. But it begins with the creation, like it's called From Eternity Past. So it starts at the origin of all things. And what I've done using the text is I painstakingly chronologized verses because things don't happen in a perfect order when you read the way things are written in scripture. They're written in a circular pattern. That's how the Hebrews wrote. So basically, I went through and painstakingly chronologized the verses. So the very first verses in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God, and the same was in the beginning with God. All things were made by Him, and without Him was not anything made that was made. So that's not the first verse you're going to come to when you open the book, but it's basically speaking of pre-existence, before all things. So I went through and, like I said, carefully chronologized everything to give you the picture of what happened before He even fashioned man out of the dust of the earth. And there's actually a history there that's a lot further reaching than you would imagine.
Of course. No, I mean, that's awesome, man. Like, I myself am Christian. And so adding obviously more interest in this. But I'm also, I mean, believe it or not, within the last few years, and I actually mentioned this on stream. Patrick will probably remember a while back we were talking about the idea of making a comic specifically depicting just the Book of Revelations, because the imagery in Revelations is so intense and it's very visual.
You probably wouldn't get into any arguments trying to break that down with people.
Yeah, right.
I actually.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. The delay sometimes gets me. I was going to say we actually, because people do split hairs. Like you get to discussing eschatology, like end times prophecy stuff. You get into the Book of Revelation. Even amongst Christian denominations, you're going to have a lot of lines drawn in the sand and people with different positions. That's part of the reason. There was 2 reasons why we stopped right where we did. First of all, I was tired, and the book had already got to it's over 160 pages. Hardback's 164, but it ends at the birth of Christ. So it's eternity past to that point. And actually, the script would have taken it all the way through Revelation. I do have a completed script for that, but I'll have to just wait and see how things play out to see if that'll ever.
That would be book 2, I suppose, if things meet your quotas.
Yeah, it's going to take a lot to convince me to do it. But
from a financial standpoint, or from a
it's more of a time
energy.
It's more time and energy. Yeah, things are just different paced right now than they were when I started this 4 or 5 years ago. But I do have enough. There's a script that basically would have something of equal scope and size if we did it.
I love it. That was that. You answered a few of the questions I was going to ask about, Christ being incorporated. But yeah, and that's a great endpoint, and also such a nice positive note for the story to cap off.
Well, wait. So then you can't have Muhammad in this, right? Then, because
you'll just
unless you tell things out of order.
No, like I said, there are end notes at the end.
Okay.
That speak to a lot of the current world events, and tie some of that stuff into, what's in the book.
Is there any aspect of, because with everything leading up to the birth of Christ, you've got just stories of people saying what they saw. So therefore you can take it and you can, literalize it and make it not like it's not already literal, because why would they bother writing down nonsense? But you can make it into a visual format that is as close to reality as possible. What is this when you're thinking about the second book? I know we're talking about the first book, but when you're thinking about the second book and Revelations and all that, since it hasn't quite occurred yet, is there some trepidation in your case for maybe presenting things in a possibly in a way that they won't happen? Maybe they won't happen that exactly, like looking like that or being that way. Is there any aspect of that in it?
What do you mean, like being vague with some of the things?
Well, I mean, like you have in here, you have images of things that actually
happened.
Other people are going to say, "Oh, it didn't actually happen." I think it happened. Eric thinks it happened. These things that actually happened that are written down with specific descriptions of likenesses and things like that. So you can just 1-to-1 take it from scripture to put it into a comic book. Is there any trepidation in your part from taking Revelation, which ostensibly hasn't occurred yet? I've heard I've heard people have theories about things, but is there any trepidation taking that, which hasn't happened yet, and making, a visual aspect to it that may or may not be quite what it ends up really looking like in the real world?
You mean like, would I have any hesitation?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I just, like I said, I believe what it says. I take it literally, and that's like how I've presented, what we've done so far. So no, I wouldn't have any hesitation to do that.
Okay.
Now, as far as something that Carbon was saying already, I think about, obviously it has some very obvious biblical themes that are involved, but I wouldn't want somebody to think that they would have nothing to gain from reading this, and not for just the challenge part, which we haven't even talked about, but like entertainment that's like biblically themed, like it still appeals. I mean, to many people. I mean, like Indiana Jones, for instance, is a perfect example of that. Raiders of the Lost Ark. I saw somebody mention in the comics or in the comments. You know,
it's Art Haida. He says, "Does the treasure hunt end with one of us opening the Ark of the Covenant?" I've seen what happens.
Right. Yeah, I wanted it to feel like, and I did not just throw in like what's part of the challenge. So there's a 500-year-old silver coin relic that's featured in the book, and there is a wild conspiracy that's connected with that coin. You're probably not going to find it by searching online. It's something that I researched myself. No, I've never heard anybody speak on it. And it's one of those things that'll leave you scratching your head. I completely believe it's true.
Is it part of the game? Is it part of the game?
It part of the challenge?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that coin is directly tied to the challenge. Actually, I have the actual coin. I actually have it right here, just in case. You probably won't be able to see.
Oh man.
But
hold on, let me make it big. Let me make it big.
Yeah, it's probably
there. You go. Yeah. That's the real coin.
This is the real coin. Yeah. Okay. So, I thought actually what gave me the idea. Speaking about George Lucas and Steven Spielberg, did you read Ready Player One?
I never read it, and I heard about the movie and never watched it.
Yeah, the movie sucked. But I read the book, and right when the book came out, Warner Brothers already had the rights to the book. Mm-hmm. And then after I read it, I heard Steven Spielberg was directing it, and I thought, yes, like I finally get to have that experience again where I've read the book before I go in and watch like the best movie of the year. And I was totally let down about how horrible the movie was. But the book.
Are you surprised by that though?
No, not really. Not at this stage in his career.
Yeah.
But I was hopeful.
I mean, is the book ever as good as the movie? I guess I mean to say.
Well, you mean the opposite? Is the movie as good as the book?
No, that's what I meant to say. Sorry.
I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, but I read Lord of the Rings after I watched the movies. Mm-hmm. And I thought that the movies made the book better because I pictured Ian McKellen and Viggo Mortensen in their roles. And that's just me. I love it.
Well, it was great having Eric on, guys. His opinions were not that great.
Fight Club is as good as the movie. No, it's almost 1-to-1.
I'm kidding. I'm joking. What's up?
Don't pick on him, Patrick. Don't do that.
I love the book.
This once in front of Eric. This is my show. Don't talk.
Yeah, but look, I dressed up and everything.
I got a cool story that actually ties to this book. About Lord of the Rings. I owned a limited edition Lord of the Rings pinball machine.
Oh, wow. Nice.
That I had for years. And I had beat it like I shouldn't say a ton of times. I beat it a handful of times. It was a tough pin to beat. And it was just like a source of stress. Like if we'd have families over and little kids are just beating the tar out of it. So I told my wife, Amazon announced that they were going to do the Lord of the Rings series. And I was right in the middle of working on this project. And I said, I should list that thing because I'd probably make some bank right now.
Yeah.
And this is true story.
Oh.
I listed it for $10,000 on Facebook Marketplace. And I was going out to lunch. It was like a business lunch with a couple of guys. And I hadn't even been listed for a few hours. I get an instant message, says, I want to buy your pinball machine. And I'm like, I message him, okay. And he's like, do you have PayPal? Can you give me your Gmail account or whatever? So I was like, yeah, sure. But I'm not going to be able to call you till later because I'm going to lunch with some guys or whatever. I can FaceTime you tonight and show you, go through the machine. Like most people would want to see it working and everything.
Right.
The dude just drops 10 grand into my, like within 10 minutes, I'm sitting there eating lunch, drops $10,000 into my PayPal. And I asked the guys, I'm like, can people scam you with PayPal? And they're like, no. So I'll just skip to the end. Long story short, I call the guy. I get home. He gave me a cell phone. I was talking to him, and I was like, "Why don't I FaceTime you? I can go through the machine." He's like, "No, I trust you. I like the element of surprise." And he told me he was building a pinball museum, and I was like, and he's telling me all the machines he bought. I'm like, "What do you do? When you're not spending like hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars on pinball machines?" And he's like, "I own a makeup line and blah blah blah. You've probably heard of me. My name's Jeffree Star." And
Oh.
I didn't know who he was. I was like, dude, I have no
Oh,
idea.
I don't know. Yeah.
Who's Jeff
I've heard the
Flop?
name.
I know
Huge
Katie should.
YouTuber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, then I looked him up and I realized why he didn't want me to FaceTime him.
Yeah.
Is he gay? Is that what it was?
Oh
Very.
yeah, he's not just gay.
Extremely,
This dude's
But he's also
Okay,
got some a lot of
okay.
He's almost like a-
controversial stuff lately as well with underage people.
Well, let's not get into that. But you got dude, you offloaded that sucker in the nick of time.
Yeah. Well, I should have.
Holy smokes.
I should have listed it for twice that. He would have paid for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But dude,
So it turns out he's a huge Lord of the Rings fan.
you could have lost so much. Like,
He said he looked all over the country and that was the only limited edition of that machine that he could find.
Oh my gosh.
That is
Before
funny,
Rings
though.
of Powers, no less, because that show was such utter shite that it would have gone way down.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
But that was I used those funds and I put and they went toward this project.
Nice.
The hand of God.
Yeah.
The hand of God.
I do want to ask you, Eric,
Mm-hmm.
before I forget, and if we run out of time, I want to see your opinion about this because you mentioned that this subject matter it's not commonly done. The idea of kind of bringing the Bible to a medium that people will digest and reconsider, and that's kind of the goal of stuff like that. Like in recent pop culture, there's only been a couple of examples. And right now, I think the biggest one is the Passion of the Christ, and the fact that there's the sequel coming out, right? The Resurrection of the Christ.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's currently in production, and Mel Gibson has been talking about it a little bit, revealing a little more about it. What's your opinion of that movie and Mel Gibson's idea of bringing the way he brought that story to the movie?
I think he got some things right. And I mean, as far as how gruesome the crucifixion was, I think that it was scripturally, what you would expect. I mean, I have to go back and watch the movie again. It's been years since I've watched it. As far as how close it is, how much liberty he took, as far as was it completely true to the text, and he took some liberties with it, just like the whole little there's Satan walks around with a little person attached. And he portrayed Satan as a woman and stuff. Like, I don't know. I'd have to go back and watch it, but I'll probably check his movie out, whenever it drops, if that ever happens.
Well, yeah, the sequel does. Yeah, I'm curious about it at the very least. And the first one,
I don't know if he takes a literal or a allegorical position on the text. So that's something that's going to. Well, I told Patrick on a conversation off the stream, there is nothing out there like this, I'm sure, because I've looked at the other publications that circle these themes. First of all, I have not seen one that takes a completely literal approach. So if you take a completely literal approach to the text, it has some of the most wild, crazy stories you've ever heard. And that's why people like to sanitize it. And they don't take it literally. Basically, we presented it in a literal way. And also, I think a lot of publications that are biblical publications, they basically try to make them palatable, not just for normal readers, but for kids. Mm-hmm. Yeah. This publication this is not a children's publication. So much so that I put a teen plus. I thought it would be more appropriate for mature teenagers or young adults. There's content.
Well, let me stop you there. I just want to say thank you for doing that, because as a parent myself, it really does help for us to identify what books is appropriate and what age for children. So thank you for doing that, because at one time backed a comic that gave the impression it was a friendly family book. It was about superhero and family men and all this stuff. And then once I got the book, it was the opposite. So and that's been my critique. It's please let us know, because we want to pass these books on to our kids. So let us know what age appropriate it is and all that, you know? So thank you for that.
Sure. And I mean, with that being said too, most parents give their kids unfettered access to cell phones and YouTube and all that stuff. And they watch all the Marvel movies and stuff. There's not anything that they're going to see in this that they haven't already seen there. But, you know, people like to get upset. So I put that on there just so people were aware it was not intended for a children's audience.
That's
Well,
good.
thank you for doing that. As parents, we appreciate that.
Yes, my Pike Bishop. Yes, that's exactly. No, I know your characters wear purple in this. Oh, look, Satan's wearing purple. Well, how about that? We've got Magnificent Devil. He says, given that the book involves conspiracy theories, was the real world treasure hunt aspect inspired by Cicada 3301? 3301? I don't know what that is. Do you know what that is?
I'd have to look into that.
So the answer is no then, Magnificent Devil. It was not inspired by that. Tiki the Mighty says, backed twice, once for my skeptic athenostic ass, and sent the other hardcover to my creationist friend. Will be fun to talk about. That's the way to do it, folks. That's the way to do it.
Tiki the Mighty.
Thank you.
You've always
Tiki
been
the
such a
Mighty.
good backer, Tiki. You really do help out a lot of people. Thank you.
Sure does. Let's take a quick peek
Tiki
then, shall
is
we?
the MVP.
We're at 13,899 when we started this evening. Let's take a quick peek then, shall we, Maud? 14,021. We cracked that 14,000, ladies and gentlemen.
Yay.
Absolutely spectacular. Thank you, Tiki the Mighty.
Nice.
We really appreciate that, man. Thank you.
We got
so
him
much.
to 14K.
That's right. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You come on the Comcisgate Commandos, you'll get to 14K in one night.
Wait. I thought CG was dead.
I thought so too. Oh, interesting.
It's funny how that works. Oh man. Thank you. Thank you, Tiki the Mighty. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt, but what were you guys saying before
I'm rude.
I could speak a little bit more on the conspiracy or aspect, or just the historical aspect of the book, how I tie those things in if you want. So I wanted, with the book, like I said, there's the coin, which is part of the interactive challenge, which we can go in more detail on that. But it is
actually, we were kind of on the challenge. So with the coin, how does that work into the challenge? Obviously, you can't give away too much.
Yeah, I was talking about Ready Player One earlier.
Yes,
something I stole from reading the book. Like, they had an Easter egg challenge that was present in the book. So, like, your audience is probably familiar with Easter eggs or in video games and whatnot. Mm-hmm. And I just thought it was a very smart idea on promoting that book. So I already had this coin, that I won't say what I paid for it, but it's worth a considerable amount. It's worth more than 10% of the campaign now. I'll tell you that. So
we call it a tidy sum.
Yeah. I mean, you can get online and I mean, it's worth whatever somebody's going to pay for it. But it is worth a considerable amount. I thought it would be cool to, if the person wins the Easter egg challenge, they get the legit 500-year-old coin that all the replica coins are forged from. So I had a die of this coin made, and that's what the replica coins are forged from, this coin. So they get a piece of history, they get a piece of the book, and I thought that was pretty cool. And then also, whoever wins, I'm going to just cut a check for 10% of whatever the campaign totals out to. So 10% of the campaign funds raised plus the 500-year-old coin goes to a single recipient that solves the challenge first.
Okay, wait a minute. Now, hold on a second. I'm not a competitive person, but so okay, wait a minute. Can you go through the specific? So obviously, there's hints in the comic book, so you have to back the campaign. So do that right now, folks. Well, and I would recommend the hardcover. Who doesn't want a hardcover? Who offers hardcover?
Is awesome.
Come on.
Yeah, I've got the hardcover right here. It's basically like, I don't.
Oh yeah, that's what. Oh yeah, that's it right there. So wait a minute. So do you have a?
Comes with a.
Nice.
It's got a gold.
Is that a regular comic book size? Is that the
it's a little
bigger.
A little bigger. Is the non-hardcover smaller, or is it the same size?
It's the same size. I mean, the hardback, the cover itself sticks out a little bit more than the soft, but the pages are the same size. But the hardcover also has It's got a few additional pages in it. I actually had to bump the page count because the hardbacks, the page count cutoff is different than the soft covers, which you guys
Really?
might be aware of that already. Mm-hmm.
I'm not. That's actually
That looks
fascinating.
really nice. I like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, I love the hardcover. That's
So there's
my favorite thing on the campaign.
It's in the book, some of the hints, but is there? So what's the cutoff date? And can you like what's the goal? What is the thing you have to do? Can you tell us what the thing you have to do is to win, or like how does that work?
So it's an Easter egg challenge. It's a multi-layered skill-based challenge. Without giving anything away, I can just say, obviously, the challenge begins in the pages of the book.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and it's designed so it's another element that gives this book replay value. I mean, I think the book has replay value already. I wanted it to be taken seriously, not just as a source of history and explaining the unexplained as a graphic novel, but so yeah, the challenge begins in the pages of the book, but it's designed to on another level give that book replay value. So basically you're going to be exploring themes that are, embedded in the pages of the book, and they might take you other places, and it's going to take knowledge in various subjects in order for the person to get through them. Maybe I'm tooting my own horn. I think it'll take a while for somebody to solve it, or maybe somebody.
So there's
will
no
solve it right away.
end date on this. It's just the first person to message you with the answer.
It's open-ended, and yeah, once the campaign's over, the Easter egg challenge will continue. I don't know what I'm going to do yet at the end of the campaign. I've had somebody approach me that I can't really say anything about it.
Uh-huh.
I've got a couple different routes I could go with this, where that pot might be able to continue to build, but I'm not sure on that yet. So as of right now, what we know for sure is the campaign's live. It's got 40 days left or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that pot's going to continue to build. And again, whatever it amounts to, if it ends up going to $25,000, then
so a couple pertinent questions here. Then, are you shipping? Or do you ship books the moment you get a backer, or are you going to wait? Like, because we were talking about Critical Blast earlier, so I assume you're waiting till the campaign's over to fulfill.
Oh yeah, I mean, I gotta wait. I'm not printing the book. I mean, I gotta wait till the campaign's over so I know how many hardcovers, soft covers, and all that stuff to have printed. So fulfillment begins January 1st, but I did put in the rewards. There are a couple tiers in there to where you can get your hands on the book early, and it has the Easter egg challenge. It has the Easter egg challenge in the pages. So essentially, you could get a month or 2 month head start on everybody else.
Okay.
So that's what the early access pass. Here, I was just going to start. I was trying to scroll on your computer.
Wait, let me hold on. Scrolling down here.
So
right?
the early access pass. I haven't really got any many takers on that. But what that is,
there it is.
I have authors copies that have the Easter egg challenge in the pages. So if somebody backs the early access pass, what's going to happen is I either have to.
I should have done. I should have done this.
I have to either. So there's 25 of those. If I sell all 25 of those, like say I sold all 25 of those in the next 3 days, which isn't going to happen. But if I did, I would send those out right now. They would get an author's copy of the book with the Easter egg challenge in it, and they would get both coins. So they would have everything they need to start. They'd have a healthy head start on everybody. Now, if I don't fill up that 25 queue, I ship those out as soon as fulfillment starts. So they're still going to get like a month or 2 month head start on everybody else, because people probably won't start getting their books till February at the earliest.
That creates a pretty big incentive now that we've fleshed out more of the details with the challenge, because having a month headway is pretty big. I feel like we got a lot of smart people in CG, and I'm sure the challenge is hard, but I'm looking forward to seeing who wins, because
I'm gonna win, obviously. I'm not, I'm never gonna have the head start. I'm still gonna win. Don't you worry.
Are you thinking, Eric, for the winner? Are you gonna do anything in which there's an announcement, or are you thinking of doing something like that?
I think the person that wins it should be public. I mean otherwise it'll be suspect. You know.
Yeah. The only thing is some people might not want to be public. That's
right.
The only.
But then, I would probably encourage that person to be public with it, because I wouldn't want everybody to think that there was anything,
untoward,
not done on the up and up.
Mm-hmm. Whose cat was this? Is that Frederick? Is that your cat?
No, it's mine.
Oh, okay. I know Frederick has cats, so I blamed him.
No, I
Frederick,
had to mute myself because I had one of my cats acting up earlier, and I had to go to feed him twice
Yeah.
during the freaking.
Well, you know why he's acting up? It's because you dressed up like Trucker Frederick today. That's why he's like, who is this master?
He's just hungry.
I like the way Frederick's look tonight.
It wasn't
Don't be
an
an asshole.
insult.
Thank
It
you.
wasn't
You
an
got good taste,
insult.
Katie.
I said he was Trucker Frederick. That's not an insult.
I took it as
Oh.
an insult, Patrick. Okay,
Oh,
that's
wow.
what counts.
Wow.
Katie likes truckers, of course.
That's what we've all come to see, folks. Katie's married to a trucker. Her husband's a trucker.
No, my daddy was a
doxed,
trucker.
Katie, you doxed yourself. No, you
My daddy was a trucker.
Her dad's a trucker.
So she referred to her father as her daddy. Therefore, she's also from the holler, ladies and gentlemen. That's another little. Anyway. Okay, not my best joke. Jeez, give me a break every once in a while. We got Wolf and Bear. He says, "Hail, Commandos! Hail, chat! What's up, Wolf and Bear? How you doing, man? Thanks for being here. Appreciate it." So I have one question about I know you can't really go into details about the particular enigmas that people will have to solve. Is one of them I guess you don't have to answer this, but please answer it. Is one of them like a cipher?
Patrick is going to try to solve this puzzle.
I'm going to
during the
win,
show.
bro. No. This is the one thing I'm good at is conspiracy and connecting patterns, okay? It's all I'm good at. I'm going to win.
Pull hairs
I want that
until,
coin.
Until our guest spills it.
I think I've shared all I can as far as
Okay. All
okay.
right. Fair enough. I don't want to push
Don't
you.
pressure him.
This is
Patrick.
awesome. Look, you guys can see. Look how awesome this is. You can see that 22. Oh, I'm sorry. So we got 22 left of the early access pass here. So we've got okay, there's one question because you said if everybody bought the early access pass, you would instantly send out the books. What is the date for the early?
No. I would so those are author's copies.
Did I
So let me
mishear
be
that?
clear.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. No. They're basically not the professionally printed copies. So I'm having Mixum print the books.
Okay.
These are author's copies. So basically, as I was going through the proofing process, I was using Amazon KDP. I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with it at all, but I was using them to print off. It's actually really handy, like if you're wanting to proof your book. So I've got these. This is an author's copy. It's the full book, but it says on it, not for resale.
Gotcha.
So I have copies of this with the Easter egg challenge in the pages. That's what those the early access pass. If those people back that, they would get this, which is it's not the premium copy that I'm having printed. They're probably going to want to back that too, but they would be able to get a head start on the challenge, and they would have the full book, and then they would get both coins. Like this is one of the two commemorative coins right here, which it's kind of hard with the light.
That's the remake, right?
This is the replica, of the one that I showed you,
the real one, yeah.
And those coins are tied to the challenge. But the early access pass is the way to get your hands on the book early. There is one other way to get the book, get your hands on the book early. It's backing the top tier, which I've had one person do that wanted to get a bunch of hardbacks. I only created it because they didn't want to back the hardback
tier. Sorry.
Yeah, there's a $1,000 tier, and I basically just created it based on a recommendation because you're not able to fill your card up on Funway. I don't know if you can do that on the other. Whenever I've backed stuff, I've never added more than one thing to the cart, but they didn't want to back it 20 times over. So I just created those tiers, just, whatever. But I thought, whatever, if somebody's willing to drop the cash on that tier, I will send them a hard copy early. I'll pay the extra money because when you print out, one book out, it's really expensive.
Yeah.
And I just thought if somebody's going to back 20 of those books, I'll give them 2 free and I'll send one out ahead of fulfillment, like as soon as I get my hands on it. So that's another way. There's 2 ways to get the book early. It'd be back in the top tier. You get the hardback early or the early access pass. Now I wanted to say this because I had a something going for early backers, and I still have. I was going to offer it to your listeners if they want to take advantage of it.
Yes, they all want to take it. They want to take advantage of all kinds of things, but I prefer it be comic books and good deals.
Right. So, like, if you back the hardback or the soft cover, like if you're backing like a $30 tier, it's $30 for the soft cover. Mm-hmm. I was offering for the first the initial backers that if they backed the soft cover or above, that I would send them out early, because I am an obsessive perfectionist. Like I went through this book so many times. Some of them got 10 marks in them, but it's basically the full book. I've got a lot of these, the full book, that are they do not have the Easter egg challenge in them. And then this was like, we printed this. It was like the the ash can, so to speak. It came out really well. And I printed out, these were printed back in 2021, like not long after we started. But I've got.
I'll go back to that page. Go back to that spread there. People want to see that spread. The folks at home. And if they're listening to the show while they're not at home, go home and start listening to the show. Look at that, folks. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's sick.
Holy smokes. Look
but
at that being
like
smoked by a holy blade.
So if you guys back the book, like if your listening audience backs the book, this is what I was going to offer. So they back the soft cover, or they back the hard cover, or whatever. They back the I Want It All. I will send out early, as long as they're in the United States. I will send out early. I will send out an author's copy without the Easter egg challenge in it, but they'll have the entire book. They'll have the full book to hold them over till they get what they paid for. I'll also include the ash can. It's the first 30 pages of the book in black and white. I was also going to include one of the 2 commemorative coins, the Seal of the Past. I was going to include that. I will send that all out ahead of fulfillment. Like if somebody backs, tonight or here, and I'll do it for 10 people, like the next 10 people. So that one guy that already backed, as long as you're in the United States, because I don't want to kill myself on shipping.
Wow.
Say it one more time. What exactly do the folks at home need to get that?
Okay. If they back the $30 tier or higher, so the $30 is the soft cover, they're not going to get that until fulfillment. Fulfillment doesn't start until January. They may not get the book till February.
Sure.
To hold them over, in the meantime, if they're in the United States, I will send them the full book. It's lesser print quality, but it's the entire book. It does not have the Easter egg challenge in it. I just want to let them know that. I'll also send them the first 30 pages of the book. Those are Ashcan, like our pilot issue. I will send this to them. It's got a debossed cover, like the emblem on the cover is debossed.
And you're doing that, like, that's going to come in addition to the tier above soft cover that they're.
I will, if they get the soft cover book or the hardback or any of the tiers higher, I will send this out as soon as I can. I will send it out. Like if they order today, if I got time, I'll try to send them out next week. You know what I mean?
But
that's actually a pretty special deal there, guys. Yeah, that puts you way ahead of actually everybody. So yeah, the chat right now is in for something special, and getting the $30 tier is you're going to be 40 days ahead of everyone else, and you get that sweet ash can too.
That sweet ash
challenge, though, right?
Well, the challenge is not, but you're going to get the book immediately.
Yeah, right. The challenge is not in the ones that I would be sent these 10 copies. I also had another one. This is like a total side story. I just due to the themes that are in this book, I don't know if you guys listen to Joe Rogan at all.
Yeah.
Okay. So he had a guest.
Everybody else said nothing. I love Joe Rogan.
I listen to him from time to time, but like I'm not a steady water. It depends on the guest.
Yeah, I need to get back to watching Joe Rogan because he actually did an interview with Miranda Lambert, so I need to check that out.
Miranda who?
Anyway.
Is that Adam Lambert's sister or something?
No, Miranda Lambert's a country
Did
star,
Adam Lambert
country singer.
He got the sex change and now he's Miranda?
No, it's not that. Oh my God, shut up.
Miranda Lambert's nice. She's good.
What do you? I'm
Thank
sorry
you,
to
Carmen.
hold on 1 second. I need to hold on. Katie, how do you feel about Keith Urban? That was the right answer. You passed. Thank you.
All right, Eric was about to say something.
Yes, he was.
I'm sorry, Eric.
What about Joe Rogan?
I needed to know her opinion about Keith Urban. You were gonna say
so. Yeah, so he had a guest on his show, and I'm kind of like Frederick. Like if it's a guest where I'm like, oh, that's going to be a good one, I'll listen to it. And one of the guests that he had on his show was hitting a lot of the themes that I have in this book, and I already had it done at the time. And this has probably been, I don't know, it's probably been like 6 months ago. And I just thought I jumped on his website, not Joe's, the guest that he had on there, and there was an email right on there. And I thought he probably wouldn't respond to this, but I sent him some images and said, "Hey, this is something I'm working on. I think you might find it interesting." And then he answered me within like 20 minutes. "This looks incredible. Where can I get it?" And I was like, "It's not published yet." And then he was like, "Will you send me a copy of it?" And I said, "Sure." Then he asked for 4 copies. And he said he was in the Philippines. So I had to ship these books to the Philippines. As soon as he gets it, he like devours the book. And then he wants to do a Zoom call with me and kind of dive into some of the themes in the book more deeply. You wouldn't believe me, but it actually wasn't my intention at first. But I'm talking to the guy, and I'm like, this guy was like just on the Rogan show. So I asked him, I said, "It's cool if he answers no, I understand, but would you be willing to or comfortable with floating a copy to Rogan?" You know what I mean? Just because he gets down on this stuff all the time. He gets down on the ancient aliens, the Anunnaki, and all that other stuff, to just give him another perspective to see things from. And I said that, or if you could give me an address, I'm not going to abuse it. I mean, it's not going to do me any good to spam somebody's mailbox with a bunch of stuff. And he said he can't do that. He's got to respect the guy's address and his privacy. And plus, he also told me he was going to have him back on. And then a month went by, and then he reached out to me and said, "Hey, you didn't get this from me. Here's his address." So he gave me his studio address. And I do have it on good authority. They did get it, but I'm sure he's probably got a warehouse full of stuff. So I don't ever expect to hear anything back on that. But Jeff and I, as soon as we got that lead, we wanted to make an impression. So we basically made like a parody comic in like Mad Magazine style. And it's called "What If Joe Rogan Had a Reading Experience That Blew His Mind." So basically it's all illustrated and colored to look like the Mad Magazine.
It looks like Joe Rogan.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he was like
That's
spot
awesome.
on.
Look at that. That's awesome. Oh my God. Did you send that to him too? You should send that to him.
Yeah. We sent this to him.
Look at that.
Yeah. And it features
awesome
Jerry Lewis and Igor from let's see, I'm trying to do this backwards.
Oh, that's so cool.
But anyways,
can I buy one of those from you? Can I get one of those from you?
Well, that's what I was going to say. I just had the thought today. I have 10 of these. Like when I printed them, I have 10 of these. If there were 10 backers that hear this, like the next 10 backers, I will include this also, because I can't sell it. I'll just give it to you as a gift.
Listen,
so look, I got the parrot. Yeah.
Hold on. Listen, folks at home. Listen. If he's got 10 of these, okay. I just backed, so I'm getting one. Okay, so now there's 9, and I guess Tiki's getting one as well because he just backed as well. So now there's only 8.
I'm in also. I'm gonna do this now.
If Joe Rogan gets a whiff of this book and he sees it and he reads it and he does anything with it to give any kind of attention to it whatsoever, like even if you don't want the Mad Magazine Joe Rogan part, like even if you don't, it's not something you're like want to keep for whatever reason, that will instantly turn around and be something that you can sell for a lot of money. Don't sell the book. You want the book. You want to keep the book because you want to read the book, the actual book. But the Joe Rogan thing, I mean, come on, guys. That's a deal you cannot pass up. That is a deal you cannot pass up. That is amazing. Spectacular.
Can you, since I'm on my phone, can someone DM me his link, his campaign link on Twitter for me so I can back it tonight?
I got it. I'll send it to
you.
you.
Just so the listeners know, like if you back the soft cover or the hardcover or any of the tiers above that, I will send out early if you're in the US, like I said, because I'm not going to send something to, I'm not going to send something like where I got to pay $50, $60 shipping, because I'm going to end up having to ship you something twice. I'm going to have to ship this stuff plus what you're purchasing during fulfillment. But if you say you buy the hardcover, I will send out ahead of time, like for the next 10 backers at least, I'll send an author's copy without the challenge. I'll send the ash can. I'll send that parody comic. and I'm going to send one of the 2 commemorative coins, which I'm selling for 25 a piece on the campaign.
So Art asks in regards to the coin, I'll bite, but I want to know what coin he's including for tonight's backers so I can buy the other one. Which one is it, like random, or which one are you?
So nobody knows what the mystery coin is yet. So this is
see.
the replica. This is the seal of the past.
Okay.
So the seal of the mystery, I have not shipped any of those to anybody yet. So you'll be getting, and I'm sorry, these things look spectacular. They're
No,
like
yeah, if you hold it like that, that's fine.
Yeah, but I'm going to send this coin out. So you'll basically be getting 3 books for free.
Seal of the past.
Seal of the past.
Okay.
Yeah, the next 10 backers, they'll get those 3 books for free, sent out as soon as I'm able to send them out, along with that coin, and then they will have to wait till fulfillment to get the hardback or soft cover or whatever they paid for.
Which means Art needs to back Seal of the Mystery as well. So because you're going to send out, he's going to back the comic. He'll get the Seal of the Past, the Ash Can, the author's edition, and then once you print the other one, the official soft cover or hardcover, whatever one you chose. So Art, you also need to back Seal of the Mystery.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to say, I thought you said early access pass. If somebody backs that, I'm not sure if that's what you said.
No, I might be misreading what he said. I'll bite, but I want to know what's in the coin because he did say something before. He said, "I'll take the deal. Which coin can I buy so I can get the other one?"
Right. He wants to get Seal of the Mystery because those I'm not sending out. These 10 I'll send out is the Seal of the Past.
Okay. Fantastic.
All right, I just backed. I think I made it in time. So you'll see me on there, Eric.
Yeah, I'll count. Yeah.
Eric, could you not to but could you keep an eye on your Fund My Comic, because they'll email you. Just keep an eye on that so that the moment you get 10, let everybody know. So you know what I mean,
right?
Just so we can be upfront with people. I mean, people should still back the comic book, but that's not a deal.
I don't know if you back anonymously. I don't know if I get an email notification, because what's weird is I see the campaign's gone up, but I haven't got any email notifications, which is weird.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That is actually quite strange.
I just got an email confirmation from AO, which I'm assuming that's your specific email account, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good gracious. Well, okay, so we can count it then by backers. So we had 82, which was Art added. He was 82, or no, it wasn't Art. It was Tiki the Mighty, who was 80, who was the 82nd backer. So let's refresh the page here and see how many we're at right now.
I can also just go into campaign management and look too.
Amazing. 14,232.
Nice. Sweet. Thank you.
Amazing. So it's at 89, I guess, is the cutoff. No, I'm stupid. It's been a long day. 91 is the cutoff for the 10 backers for this evening. Right?
Yes, I think I'm 83, because when I refreshed my page, it went to 83 right after I bought it. So
that sounds right. 91, because I think it was at 81.
Just backed it.
Okay.
I got the hardcover.
Oh, the hardcover. Don't you love hardcovers? Gosh, hardcovers are so
And
awesome.
I got an email notification that I got that it went through.
Fantastic. Sweet. You know what? I just got an email notification of, I'm going to go back to right to the subject, but I just want to say really quick. Tiki the Mighty, I want to thank you for the $20. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that on Ko-Fi. I wish you could send me a little message. He says, get the plugin. I set it up so that it would message me on YouTube, but it obviously did not message me that you sent me a Ko-Fi on YouTube.
You might need to go through and check your settings again.
I'll have to check them again. I'm so sorry, Tiki. But Tiki the Mighty, thank you, sir, for being a legend, not only for backing two times. That's a Pineapple Express quote. Eric's book here, but also
Tiki is the MVP. I'll say it again.
Seriously, you are my first super chatter. So thank you, Tiki the Mighty.
Thank you, Tiki. You're such a sweetheart.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Wow.
Refresh it again. I want to see if mine goes through.
What a guy.
Damn it, must take a minute. Or maybe it is already 84.
I think you're
'cause I
probably
backed
84.
it right
Yeah.
when you
Yeah,
refreshed
yeah,
it.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
probably
It's pretty
84.
quick about it. So yeah, fantastic,
I
fantastic.
can't wait. I had to get
Thank
the
you.
hardcover because it looks so nice. Really, really nice. So
Reminds me of remember that movie, The Never Ending Story?
Right.
Yeah.
If you look,
Yeah.
I plugged that in the campaign because that's
Oh yeah.
yeah. Scroll down a little bit. You'll see it. Scroll down a little bit, Patrick.
Tell me when to stop.
Right there.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
You're
nice.
right. Yeah, he does right.
Yeah, I
don't think
love
about it
that
until you
movie,
said
dude.
it.
Yeah,
What a
the
great
actually
movie.
that's my '80s nostalgia kicking in, and what it was like. I have an Easton Preston book collection that belonged to my dad. It's like the 100 greatest works of American literature, and I've got them in my office, and I sit there and look at the spines of those books from behind my desk, and I was like, man, I would love something like. Obviously, it's not an Easton Press book, but just the way the spines look, like just the design layout and stuff. So that's what
The
inspired
sound
it.
your
Plus,
hand makes upon it is already like, oh, give me that. How does it smell? What does it smell like? Tell me, please.
it smells like chemicals from the printer. I'm just kidding. No, it doesn't really have a scent. It smells pretty good.
Does it smell like a brand new car kind of smell?
Well, that
Yeah, it
smell
does
only
smell like
lasts. I think the fresh print smell only lasts like the first week, right?
Does it?
Because-
But it
eventually.
lasts. It usually lasts when you open it, when you take it out of the plastic, and then you can. Oh.
Yeah, but they got some pretty cool options on their hardbacks, and I mean, I probably if people are printing comics, they're probably not drawn to some of the like luxury items, but there's like head and tail band. Like I don't know if you can see, but there's like stitching and that I actually picked like dark brown and gold.
Wow.
There's a
Yeah,
gold.
I like that. I like that.
There's
stuff.
the gold book ribbon. So if you're like trying to mark
Dude.
pages, like as you're hunting or whatever, I wanted it to look first class.
It looks a number one, dude. I'm so glad I got the hardcover as well.
Yeah, very nice.
Just back, says Art Haida. Let's take a little.
Yay,
good
Art
old refresh.
Haida.
Thank you.
Thank you, Art Haida.
Ah, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, 14,326. Amazing.
Nice.
I have
Thank
got
you.
to say, this is probably the most money the Comcisgate Commandos has ever made for a campaign before.
Wow.
So-
Thank you very much.
Dude, it's not us.
Hey,
it's you. It's your campaign. Your campaign's
Wow,
fucking
appreciate that.
spectacular. And
Yeah,
I think
the
people are
work-
noticing it, and
The work does sell itself. I mean,
it really
clearly
does.
the quality is there. The artwork's awesome. The content is rare, and that's
Yes.
actually, I don't say that lightly because I'm kind of a snob actually when it comes to entertainment. I don't like too much anymore. But yeah, this is worth getting and reading for sure.
160 pages of look at this stuff, guys. Look, folks, look at this stuff. You're gonna get 160 pages of this for at your lowest buy-in. Don't do the
$20 for the digital.
Digital's.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have to and you're in Europe, I understand. It sucks living in a Marxist country. But if you're in America, $30 for 160 pages, that's a better deal than I would say the vast majority of independent comic books that are out there today. And this art is nothing to scoff at. It's not like, oh, you only spent pennies, on the art. No. Look at this shit. Holy smokes, folks. This is probably one of the best deals you could possibly get in independent comics right now. And it is as independent as you could get because not only does it present ideas and theories and things to you that normally speaking would be, how would I put it, frowned upon by polite society, but it's not only does it do all that within a coherent story, but it also it's just it's funny how you do this whole the competition, the game thing. I mean, it's just we're just gonna tack that on. Yeah, we're just gonna add in a whole different aspect to this entire campaign that changes it. It's a small thing at first, when you're, oh yeah, we'll add a little game onto the campaign. It seems
It was
it's a small
the Indiana
thing.
Jones aspect that was crying out that I wanted to see. There's something in us that wants to, search for a treasure, I don't know. I just thought it would be a blast for people to engage in.
Very cool.
Well, the
Tiki
fact that you're
said-
actually going to win something financially also is like, that's pretty exciting.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you guys aren't going to win it. I'm going to win it. So don't get your hopes up. But Tiki the Mighty says, technically, I backed Patrick's Phenomenal Tales on mostly Katie did stream. So that's accurate.
Tiki.
Wait a minute. Is it my stream? Is it like mostly Katie did's stream? Because I was on
my
there
stream.
and she fell off the stream and I took over the stream. Like I was burdened to do. It's what happens.
Yeah.
You know,
probably.
Hell, I didn't get to back Graham Nolan until he showed up on Katie Did because man was being a diva about dates. I'm not.
Yeah, and thank you for that, Tiki. That was awesome that you backed when Graham was on there.
Thank you for backing Graham Nolan. Did you back Black Riding Hood as well? You should have done that. I thought that's what you were going to say, by the way, Kitty. And you were like,
no, he backed that one.
The comics are, it's for kids, and then you get it and it's not. And I was like, well, you shouldn't have backed Black Riding Hood then.
Oh, well, Black Riding Hood's going to be when my son's 21.
I'm joking, obviously.
Yeah, you don't want him using the N-word just yet.
No.
Me? I don't ever use school. That.
No, I'm talking about Katie's kid.
Oh,
yeah, I don't want to call from the school saying, Miss, your son brought this book in and
a sharpened
he was reading it to the other classmates, and there's just some words that are very inappropriate that we do not that we condone here. You're gonna need to get your son.
let me just say this. And we're not delving into controversial territory. That's the last hour of the show.
Yeah.
But I truly believe that there's a potential for a black audience for Black Riding Hood. I truly believe that like black teenagers would love it.
Oh definitely.
Yeah. Well,
that's why I always got upset with TJ. I'm like, TJ, I bet you if you read this book, you would probably like it. You would like it. You just don't like the person that wrote the book. But I agree with you, Carvin. I think it definitely would attract them. Yeah.
Well, I think that's John's whole shtick is like, at first glance, you're like, wait a minute, this guy's super racist. But then if you actually read it and you actually look into it, it's like, this isn't racist at all. Like, it's just, it seems that way because he's a white man writing about black people. But we can talk about that in a little bit here. Sorry, Eric, you probably don't know anything about what we're talking about.
No, it's all right. Gives me time to regroup.
To
regroup.
For another charge of the phalanx. This campaign looks really good. And if you're interested, I would love to invite you on my stream.
Hey, you'll make real money there.
I don't know about that, but I do have some great backers like Tiki the Mighty and stuff that help a lot of people on my channel. But I would love to have you come by on the morning show in the future, especially before you close your campaign, obviously. But I would like for you to come by anytime.
Is that when is that? Every morning?
No, Good Morning Comcisgate. I do that Monday and Friday mornings. So I do it Monday to start the week, and then I come back on Friday to end the week. So, but if you can't do mornings, I can always do a night stream. We can make it work.
9:45 a.m. right, Eastern?
Oh yeah, 9:30. I'm sorry. Yes, 9:30 a.m.
Yeah. Depending on like my work schedule, I might be able to make that work one of these days before the campaign's over.
All right, well, just let me know. Just reach out.
I would highly recommend it, Eric, because I launched Phenomenon 2 on Katie's channel, and I got, what was it, $1,700?
I think so.
So, just saying.
Yeah, Katie is actually very good at promoting.
She is. And a lot of more people will see your book, and if those people see your book and they like it and they back it, they'll spread it to the rest of Comcisgate. Comcisgate Commandos is a little more smaller, I would say, of a show.
Niche.
Yeah. It's for, the cultivated audiences. The cream of the crop, as it were. But Katie's sorry, that sounds like I'm shitting on Katie's show. I'm sorry, Katie, it's not what I'm trying to do. I was trying to talk up my own show without calling it small. Too late. Oh man.
Bollocks, more like.
Anyway, I would highly recommend going on Katie's show because, first of all, Katie's a wonderful host. Always has been, always will be.
Thank
And
you.
you know, her crowd, her fans, they are really your fans, they do back a lot of books, and they're good people. So yeah, if you get a chance, Eric, I would do that. Now, of course, Eric, if you go on there, because you were given the opportunity on this show, I have one request, and that is that you find a very difficult to pronounce word and ask Katie to say it live.
No,
That's my one request. That's my only thing I ask. That's it.
Challenge accepted.
Oh man, you did it great the other day. You said omnibus the other day. It was really
Yeah,
fantastic.
omnibus. I got it down.
Wow.
Yeah, you see,
Yeah.
we're actually
Been practicing that in the mirror, huh?
Yeah.
we're actually helping Katie.
Hook it on Pahonix, working for me. I'm sorry, I can't. I love you. I love you.
It's okay.
But yeah, fantastic stuff. We got Ghost. Ghost. What's his real name, guys? I hate this
Roku.
stuff. Can I change this? How do I change this in StreamYards?
You can't change in StreamYards. I don't think you can change it on YouTube. I know
'Cause it was-
one minute it had this, and then
Yeah.
I know there was a
Back?
time where it went back to normal, and then
Yeah.
it went back to this. Yeah.
I don't know anybody's name anymore. It sucks. What's up,
It's
Ghost?
Roku.
Oh, it's Groku. Hello, Groku. Go. Oh,
Well,
see,
he,
it says
he made it.
Ghost Goo.
He,
Now I
well,
get
he
it.
made a goat scoop for the holiday season.
That's
and then
awesome.
he'll go back. He'll go back to Groku.
I'm sorry, Groku. That's my bad, dude. Haha, Hugh Laurie, dude. Hugh Laurie is amazing. The bit of Fry and Laurie is one of the greatest shows on television ever. Ominous. That's a good comic we need to watch. Or listen, I need to read that finally and talk about it. Okay, so we're coming up to the second hour here, Eric. We're going to go revert over to, how would I put it? House conversation, the stuff revolving Comcisgate. So I'm obviously you don't have to stay here for that. I know you're not really invested in all that. But I wanted to give you a chance here to say anything more about the comic here, and just make one more pitch to people. I'm going to play the trailers again before we do anything, and obviously you're welcome to stay for the next hour. We're going to have a short, like 7-minute break because I'm an addict and I need to go smoke a cigarette. I'm not going to lie about it, but you're welcome to stay, but it might not be stuff you're all that interested in talking about. So I'm just letting you know up front here.
Sure.
But for your campaign here, though, before we switch in different gears, is there anything else that you feel like maybe we didn't ask about that you would like people to know about this campaign?
Just that I wanted it to be taken as seriously. I think I've already said I want to take it as seriously as a comic book to comic book readers, but also taken seriously as from a scholarly point, even as a source of history, theology, and also discussing, talking about different mythologies, that sort of thing. And I wanted it to have a very authentic historic experience. So just like where you're hovering there, I mean, it is a legit 500-year-old relic that you can actually win just by reading the book and trying to compete in this challenge. And on top of that, a 10% of the total campaign funds cash prize just for reading the comic book. So that I wanted to lend some weight of historic authenticity, which I believe the coin does that. There's also there's a leaf from a manuscript that's over 1,000 years old that it's actually featured in the book. I had to pay like $375 to the Bodleian Library in Oxford to put that page in the book. So I wanted it to be taken, like I said, seriously, and actually feel like it's almost an artifact in itself, the book. Mm-hmm. So I think the reader's getting something very authentic. They can, and like I said, not only is this story one that I personally believe the reader is part of that story, but even if they're a skeptic, I believe there's a lot to be gained from it. I think that the reader will still have a lot of fun with it, and even if they're just in it for the chase, they're just in it for the challenge. I think it'll appeal to puzzle solvers, treasure hunting sort of people, escape room, junkies, that sort of thing. So it's basically, I see attraction on three fronts. There's those that are the history buffs that maybe enjoy the theology, conspiracy, mythology, and then there's the treasure hunters, and then there's the comic readers, which honestly, that is, I feel like, it's been my most untapped audience so far. The people that have been following me on Facebook for the last few years, the ones that have been closely following me, that backed me right away. And I've had some opportunities to speak in front of some large groups for people where the theology, mythology, conspiracy, those themes resonate. That's where I've ended up with a lot of very generous supporters right out of the gate. And I feel like the most untapped audience at this point right now are comic readers, believe it or not.
Fascinating. Well, you're in the right spot here. Comcisgate is all about comics readers. I want to personally thank you, Eric, for dealing with us and the shit that we went through last week, coming back on, making time out of your schedule to come back here. I know you got a wife and kids and a difficult schedule. So I really, really appreciate you coming back. It's awesome talking about this. This is honestly, look, you guys, my co-hosts know I don't say this. This is like my favorite campaign that I think that I've got to talk about on this show. Obviously it's right up my alley, all the stuff that I'm interested in. So I'm very biased about it, but it's also spectacular art. The whole game aspect of it is like, I haven't seen that in a campaign, at least that I've had on this channel before. It's very unique. It's very interesting. Obviously it gets the people going, and that's really like the most important thing, is to get the people interested. And I really think that what you've got here is gold, and I want to get more eyes on it. And I'm just a small guy with a small channel, and and I'm glad that Katie invited you on her channel. That's awesome. It's spectacular. I highly recommend you take advantage of that opportunity. Because, you keep going up the size of channels, and other people are going to notice you and hopefully bring you on. And I think that that's a really fantastic thing. And, brother, I'm praying for your success. I really,
thank you.
Really thank you so much for coming on. Let's play the trailer one more time, folks. Let's see it one more time.
Imagine if superheroes were real.
They are real. The heck you think aliens are? Like gods to us.
You have been lied to. History is a carefully crafted fiction. Reality is shrouded in deception. Your world is but a stage in a cosmic war, stretching throughout eternity.
I have said ye are gods, but you shall die like men, and fall like one of the princes.
Brace yourself for an alternate history, a colossal struggle between good and evil, a war that places you, a mere human, at its center.
God doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods.
This path will test you. It demands sacrifice. Only the brave will take the plunge, dive in, and discover the truth. If you can handle it.
Absolutely fantastic. Thank you. Eric, do you want to stay? Or no pressure whatsoever.
I think I will go. I really appreciate your guys' hospitality. Thank you so much to the backers that have backed so far. I just one last plug.
Yes.
If you guys back, because I think we started at 81, 2, 3, 45. There's been 4 backers. So the next 6 backers, even if it happens after, even after you guys are off the air, whoever backs it, the next 6 backers, I will send out ahead of fulfillment. As soon as I'm able, you'll get an author's copy. Doesn't have the Easter egg challenge, but it's the full 160-page book in color. I will send that to you. I'll send you the parody comic, and I'll send you a 30-page, it was a limited print ash can of the first 30 pages of the book. I'll send those 3 books out ahead of fulfillment as soon as I can, and I will also send one of the 2 coins that's in the campaign, the Seal of the Past. I'll send that out. That's $25 in the campaign. So those 3 books for free, plus this coin, sent out to you for free as a gift ahead of fulfillment as you wait on your book.
That is like a deal that I can't be beaten. I mean, come on, guys. Everybody at home, come on.
Yeah.
Come on. That
By
is
the
a-
way, people
yeah.
in the chat, go ahead and share the link to the show.
Please.
Because as Eric just said, the next 6 backers, even after the show's done, will get the deal. So even if that's tomorrow morning, you back it, you'll get it. So it's worth doing.
Thank you.
That's absolutely spectacular. Eric, obviously, I'll be in touch with you. We're going to talk.
Yeah. We need to talk again.
Yes, sir. And thank
All
you
right.
so much for coming on. Thank you for being patient with us last week. I really appreciate it. And congratulations on all the success and Godspeed and God bless you on further
Appreciate it. Yep.
success.
Thanks, Patrick. Thanks, Frederick. Thanks, Carbon. Thanks, Katie. Appreciate you.
Nice meeting you.
Have a good
All
night,
right.
Eric.
You too. All right.
Peace
See
out,
you
man.
Take care, man.
Later.
Absolutely. I've never been so aglow about a campaign like this. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but like,
Well, that's why you were nice to Katie.
well, yeah. I mean, I couldn't embarrass myself in front of Eric with Katie on. You know, and I was like, look. Oh, I just noticed she's got her camos on in that.
Oh, nice. That's good.
Nice.
That's awesome. What a spectacular campaign, ladies and gentlemen. Good gracious. Oh, I'm so excited to get that. I'm so excited to get, and I'm going to fucking win. I'm telling you right now. I've never like had a competition that we relied specifically on my exact skills. So now I'm going to win that.
Well, you do have a good chance.
I have a fantastic chance. What are you talking about? You think I backed the regular brother? I backed the the early access one. I'll grab it. Don't worry. I'm getting that sucker. Don't you worry. Aliens equals Nephilim is what Jordan Horst says. Yes, Jordan, except aliens are fake and gay and not real, but the Nephilim are. But they do pose themselves as aliens. That's 100% sure. So, okay, I'm going to leave it up to the folks. Well, I mean, I'm going to leave it up to my co-hosts here. I can either... I don't really want to play a video. I'd rather you guys discuss things while I'm out smoking a cigarette. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let's take the
Silence.
break.
Yeah, Katie.
Absolute silence.
Katie stepped out.
I'm back.
Oh, Katie's
Oh,
back
she's
though.
back. There we go.
Well, I mean, so look, if you guys have, I mean, we got all kinds of things we could talk about. Obviously, there's no end of subjects we could talk about considering the past week's revelations, all that kind of stuff, returns, as you will. So I'm going to leave it up to you guys. I mean, you know what? Let me do Carbon, are you going to stay or are you going to take a break here? Because otherwise, I mean,
No, I'll stick around.
Katie's got
Yeah, I'll
something to
stick
show.
around.
I'm sure Katie's got a clip that she could play or that you guys could talk about.
Well, I'm on my phone, so I can't pull it up. But
Oh my God, this is like pulling teeth. I
I
come
know.
prepared. I bring a fantastic guest on with a fantastic campaign, and I turn it back to you guys for just
I've got a cat
second.
cam.
Nobody wants to see. I'm not going to say that. This has been such a great show so far.
If
You
you
know what,
want to look
Patrick-
at my recent clips I put out, you can pick
Look,
whichever one. And
Look,
play.
you guys do you. Carbon has control. He'll take care of it. I trust you, Carbon.
All right, fine.
Don't fuck it up.
No problem. Part of the reason is that I have some video clips that I wanted to see Patrick's reaction to also. So that's why I can't play all of them while he's fucking smoking a couple of cigarettes.
Well, let me.
But,
Frederick, how you been, hon? How's your campaign doing?
I've been good. I finally got scheduled on 2 Bitcoin podcasts, which I've been trying to break out of just the Comcisgate space. And I haven't gotten any feedback on those shows yet, but I've scheduled for Wednesday on Pleb Underground and a Twitter Spaces on Thursday. So I'm kind of happy with that.
Nice.
And I got a couple of backers this week as well. So that's nice.
How was your time with Pete Samedi?
Oh, that was a while back. That was a great time. We talked about Bitcoin a lot. I mean, he's very skeptical, which is fine, which is normal. Most people are. But he was curious, asked a lot of interesting questions, and gave me some advice after the fact on lettering and stuff. Because I'm probably going. Well, I said probably. I am going to be using Peter's service for printing. So I'm going to print on high quality newsprint with Peter. So it's going to be an old school vibe kind of comic. So I'm looking forward to that. That should be a lot of fun.
Good. I'm glad things are going well for you, Patrick.
Yeah, and I got almost all the pages in colored last week as well. So I've got almost everything in the bag. It's starting to feel real now. It's so close. It's pretty exciting.
I bet it is. I'm happy for you.
It doesn't seem real somehow. It's like
I'm
very
sure
strange.
you're gonna feel that way too once you get your book in your hands when they come, you know.
Yeah. The first
When the
test
real
print.
fun begins.
Yeah. I'm
Tiki the
looking forward to
Mighty
it.
has a good question here. Wouldn't aliens just mean from another world? Well, technically, that is the definition of alien. It's just a foreign agent, like the illegal aliens that we have here. But, you know, more and more people in recent years have been opening up to the idea that if aliens, extraterrestrials do exist, you know, there's that show called Ancient Aliens, and the whole concept of, you know, the deities of folklore essentially being actual alien extraterrestrials. So that whole concept of the Nephilim being angels who, you know, came during the time of Scripture, it kind of goes hand in hand with that, actually.
That's a good point. I never thought of it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always been skeptical about aliens, especially because of the fact that they're pushed so heavily on TV. It always seemed like the one kind of conspiracy theory that's pushed by the government. It's like, okay, you can have this one. This one's palatable. Chew on this. So
Well, I've heard people say that they think that aliens are demonic. They're just demons.
Could be.
There is that idea too.
Yeah.
But the thing with me in recent years, because, you know, growing up, you get introduced to all these things, and it's still kind of a new concept to you, and you're still growing up. You don't really give too much of a shit. You just, you know, you think things are either cool or not. You know, they're fun or they're not. Basically, when you're growing up. But the more I think about it recently, and some people thinking that aliens have communicated with the U.S. government and they kept it secret and whatnot. Here's the thing. If you have these beings who made it to this planet, right off the bat, their technology would have to be insanely advanced, right? Like, that's a given. Their arrival to the planet, why would it be that only a few people encountered them and that they were able to actually keep it secret? I think that if extraterrestrials came, that there's no hiding it. You know, it's like it would be a big event that no government would be able to keep secret. There's no way they'd be able to contain that. It's just too big.
It'd be the talk for centuries.
Yeah, the arrival of a ship or whatever. It's like it's too big.
There's lots of reports. There's tons of reports. Like there's a blue book filled with like sightings by military personnel with 3 accounts, like radar, eye to eye, and line of sight from a plane. So there's tons of reports of unidentified flying crafts. So
yeah, but then all the photos. Why is it that all the photos and the videos are always like either shit quality, or just like it's so questionable? It's like
it's because they have their Instagram filter on.
Well, yeah, you got to think too now with AI. Like now, you're really gonna have to question everything that comes out.
Well, that's actually a big thing because not only are they going to have AI videos of like weird creatures that you don't even know if they're real or not. There's going to be AI of fake like surveillance footage of like people committing crimes, people saying things that they didn't say. You know, that's the biggest risk to me. Yeah.
You know, like that's really scary to think like we're going to have a hard time telling what's real and what's not. You know?
Yeah, we're pretty much there.
Yeah, but at the same time, though, you can still pick out some things where you're like, oh, yeah, that's AI because of this, because of that, or the way it looks. But it's changing every day. And it's just, I don't know. It's concerning.
It's getting pretty convincing, yeah.
And I don't know
Well,
that because I have kids, so I'm thinking like their future and this you know what I'm saying? Like it just
because it's making leaps and bounds every year. It's like it's almost unrecognizable. Like 1 year ago, it's like it was hard to get a picture out of AI. You'd have extra legs, extra arms, 7 fingers. So it was obvious everything was AI. Now this year, it's like you got to look closely. They just seem a little bit alien. You got a bit of uncanny valley, and that's it. Other than that, a lot of them are convincing. So imagine next year or in 2 years.
wild.
Yeah.
It's really,
yeah,
really
Frederick,
wild.
like you just said, like if you think about the way it looked a year ago versus today, then think about 1 year from today. 1 year from today, it will be indistinguishable. I really believe that, and so that's why I mean, like, I don't know. I hate to be black pilled, but it's almost like a fuck it attitude, and like, who cares, you know?
Yeah, and people are
Yeah, because
making
it's almost like we've accepted it. You know, it's like it is what it is. It's coming. Like
well, it's there whether you accept it or not. It's there. Like
mhm.
people have started remaking like the Friends show using just AI, and they're getting really close to doing a TV show with just prompts. Like it's not there yet, but
Who created AI?
basic parts are there,
That's the question I always been asking myself. Who created AI? Who started it?
Well, it's a natural
It's
development of software coding.
it's deep
if you,
learning,
if you
yeah.
if you know about computers and the way they operate and the way code runs, it was inevitable. It was going to eventually happen because
So they created something called neural networks, which is, just an emulation of how our neurons function. And then they started applying that to larger and larger, like computer farms. And from that, they were able to teach computers things kind of on their own. So it started out as simple procedures, but it just grew and grew and grew.
Do you think
yeah,
it started when it was what do they call it? Remember that weird like robot whatever that was on Jeopardy? Like it was supposed to
Deep
like
blue.
Deep Blue, is that what it was? I can't remember it, but do you think that's
Yeah.
where it started?
Yeah, that was early days. I mean, it started. You've got different forms of AI. It's like a lot of things, like because that's what you call the programming behind NPCs in video games. It's artificial intelligence, right? So you got different
Hmm.
versions of it. Now we're just in highly sophisticated forms of it, and now it's highly specialized variants. With video, audio, all that stuff, all that jazz. Watson was the Jeopardy bot. Yeah. Deep Blue was the one
Watson, yes.
who I think was first chess champion done by AI was Deep Blue.
Ain't it crazy? Feels like that was so forever ago.
Yeah, I mean that was the beginning, really, because chess is very mathematical, and it didn't have to reproduce speech or anything. It didn't have to compute or understand meaning of things. It was just calculating values, so it was very primitive, but still, it was the first time a computer beat a human at a human function outside of just mere computation.
this is a good point by Jordan Horst. We'll have to go back to local community involvement, basically just distrust anything digital, keep being social with real people. That's gonna be
Amen.
a necessity.
Yeah, but
Out of necessity, we're gonna have to do that. Like,
even
for
that's gonna.
example,
Yeah, go ahead.
going back to lo-fi technologies might actually start becoming a popular thing. Like going back to film, like the actual medium of celluloid film, so that we know that it was recorded on an actual physical camera.
Yeah.
These are things that we can do to fight back, and I mean, not to sound dramatic, but to kind of protect against that risk, I think.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to make sure something's not AI, old celluloid is one clear way to do it. But even like going back to, just to go even darker build on your black pill there, like they're already building robots that can emulate humans through masks. So how long before that evolves, and how long before the robots come in to our community centers and pass themselves off as human? We're going to be a Blade Runner territory pretty soon.
You talking about Marxists passing themselves off as human? I just came in at that line. Man.
No talk of Marxists.
Oh.
No, AI and the eventuality of the war against the machines, the human race, and the fight for survival.
Well, it started with the aliens. It started with aliens and them being real and stuff. And then,
well, they're kind of real from a certain point of view.
Wait, so you're dressing that? So okay, so me and Frederick are wearing the gear tonight. I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you got your gloves on. Okay. No, you don't. Oh my god.
Outer Heaven, technically, Outer Heaven is a military unit from Metal Gear, so it is military related. In his defense.
Oh my gosh, Patrick.
Hello, Patrick.
He took.
I know
I
what
gave
he's
him
doing.
shit for not wearing his, and then now he went up.
He's putting on.
Have
Yeah,
to.
I knew it. I knew it. He was putting.
Katie hurt his ego, so
He didn't have to put it back on. I was just messing with him.
It's the male
Patrick,
pride.
I was just messing with you, honey.
Happy? Are you happy now?
Yeah,
I'll now
I like that I got to
recognize
see
you. Our
some of
guest
it.
is gone, and he's back to his old self again.
Stand up, Patrick. I want to see what the whole outfit looks.
Are you going commando?
Walk
Katie
on it,
wants to
yeah.
know.
Well, it attaches at the legs too.
Okay, my ex had that. Okay, I remember he had one of those. Yeah.
Yes, Katie. Look, this isn't a fucking fashion show.
I'm sorry.
Let's tone it down with the whole outfit viewing. Okay.
Kind of is though.
I mean,
Katie, your ex 100% did not have a 100% real Russian Gork or smear.
Wow, Patrick's
it
jealous
looks
of
like
Katie's
it.
ex now.
It looks like it. He was a Marine. So
Well, yeah, no, he
it
probably
looked
had
like
the
he had something like
American-
that. I don't know.
Yeah,
And it's been like
yeah.
so many years ago. Okay. Just
He
fuck,
was a
whatever.
Marine.
Just look familiar to me. Okay. Shit.
Hey, look. I mean, hey, you know.
Oh wow,
Look,
Katie's
see,
a
I-
pilot now.
Yeah. See, I'm a pilot. And let's see what else. Sleeping Psychopathy. I told her, it's like, can you give me like an avatar for the Commandos? Because I never dress
And then
up.
Sleeping Psychopathy said, "Oh, of course I can. It's AI. All I have to do is type in a little prompt."
Let's see, look, now
Yeah.
I'm sailing.
Let me
And
read
it's
some
got
of
the
the
all
ads
caps.
here.
She actually got it good. It's got the all caps logo and
Ooh,
everything.
that's
And didn't
actually
fuck
pretty
it
good.
up.
Very
I
nice,
love
Katie.
Jamie. Where
Very
is
nice.
Jamie? Where's she at tonight?
Oh,
No, it is, and it's funny. I got to be honest. I'm just. It's nothing against you, Katie, but when Carbon does his little, he obviously does like Paint or Photoshop or some like shitty version of that, and it's because it's like so haphazard and mashed together. I think it's so funny when he does that. Like when you had the tuxedo the other night.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Look,
Awesome.
I'm a wizard on MS Paint.
MS Paint.
MS Paint
I
is
knew
that's the original.
I
The
knew it.
original art.
Oh, that is true.
Yeah,
That's
all these
true.
people on Procreate, fucking posers. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
all
I don't
about
use
MS
Procreate.
Paint, baby.
I need to find like some like Army Marine gear or something so I can wear it whenever I eventually get on camera.
You
Yeah.
should. Although I know that when you come on this show, it's more like it's relaxed for you, and you're out, on your
no
phone. I
excuse,
get it.
Patrick.
It's not a big deal.
I know, but I need to put in a little more
There's
effort.
surplus stuff. There's you got the army surplus around your area of the
Oh,
woods, right?
plenty.
Oh yeah, I'm sure she
Oh,
does.
plenty.
Yeah.
Could
This
find
All
a
was
down
nice,
at every
the-
street.
The
nice
holiday
camo dress or something.
for
Yeah,
Christmas.
that's too
this
gay.
is-
That's really
this is what
gay.
on Christmas Day. This
I was
is
talking
what
to
I wore.
Patrick.
Oh, well, yeah, Patrick, definitely. I'm sorry, Patrick.
Wow. By the way, no, Carvin, that's awesome.
Oh,
dude.
look at that.
Although
He's
Carvin,
got his
your
Santa
best
Claus hat
best appearance
on.
ever was when you were Rorschach, because nobody could see your face at all. Nobody could see what you looked like. In real
Dude,
life.
I
But
think
it
that was the
such a
best.
great-
That was
see
good.
that one right there.
That was
The face. You're like, the fuck did you just
We
say?
need to have a
Honestly,
Commando award
Patrick,
show
I
or
liked it when
something.
we did the Halloween show and he just had the mask, like he had his camera on, but he had the mask on.
Yeah, that was so cool.
That was
Oh,
cool.
the Rorschach mask.
Yeah, the Rorschach mask was awesome, dude.
Well, I considered wearing it again this Halloween, and I put it on, but for some reason, it just felt like rehashing it, like it wouldn't have the same effect, and
Everybody
it didn't look
wanted
as good.
Everybody wanted it.
No, but the mask didn't look as good anymore. I put it on, I was like, I don't know, it's over.
Or find a
Moment's
new
over.
one.
Yeah,
You should wear it
this-
sometimes.
You're overthinking it. We got Catalyst Vault. What's up, Catalyst Vault? He says, at the start of the end, but it's generations away. If you say so, brother. If you say so. When I was 12 years old, the sweet Lord touched my brain and he went, it's happening. You get to live through it. Also, eat shit. That was kind of what it
Oh,
was.
the end times.
Yeah, we're in it.
Spoilers.
Still might be a while.
Well, you say generations away. I mean,
Set the mood. Huh?
well, what I'm not gonna lie to the folks at home.
Like, yeah,
I mean,
we're there, guys. It's
we're there.
You don't need to spoil
Yeah.
it for everybody, Patrick. Not everyone wants to know the ending.
Yeah.
Isaac Newton theorized the year 2060 would actually be
Isaac Newton,
the
the known
apocalypse.
Freemason, that guy.
Yeah, but also the father of essentially all modern technology. And coincidentally, it was the apple that fell on his head that gave him that revelation.
Yeah, that's
That
a
was
myth.
Johnny Appleseed, you son of a
Yeah,
bitch.
that's not him.
The year
Wow.
that happened, by the way, where the apple hit Isaac Newton's head, was the year 1666.
Uh-oh. No good.
Little known
No good at
fact
all.
that's forgotten by many.
When I write up customers' cars and I see that the last three numbers of their VIN is 666, I always go, oh, that's not good. And they think I'm talking about their car. And they're like, what's wrong? And I'm like, well, the last three numbers of your VIN are 666. And they
Your
go,
car may be demonically possessed.
yeah, no, dude, there's times where they're like, I walked out to my car and the moonroof was down in the middle of the night. And I was like, oh, have you talked to a priest yet? And they're like, what? I'm like,
So
Speaking of demonic
joke.
stuff, that's the
My
perfect segue. I have something I want to show. I want to show you guys.
hold on to that thought, Carbon. I want to say hello to some folks and read their chats here. But hold on to that. I do want to talk about that. Amoral Fat 40 ounce says, what's up? What's up, bro? Just so you know, Amoral, I've not been talking shit on your K-pop. Okay. Haven't said a damn thing.
I started listening to K-pop. It's actually, some of it's pretty good.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, Carbon's got to go back and hang out with his family.
I mean, K-pop Demon Hunters is the shit.
Oh, man.
You called me Carbon.
Did I call you Carbon?
Yeah, you're getting
That's
confused.
not an insult.
No.
Sorry.
Well, the other time you called me my right name, but you took Carbon out. But it's okay. You'll get it
Yeah,
right.
you did the opposite this time.
Look, I'm sorry that you're both like good friends of mine who I trust and trust to run the show while I'm gone, and that those two aspects combine, and that I
like Young Posse. Young Posse's pretty good. aespa is pretty based. They're good.
oh, you're talking about K-pop bands.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You know them, Amoral?
Kick him again, actually.
Oh man, we got Jordan Horst. He says, according to algorithmic predictions, sentient AI already exists, most likely contained in an offline server somewhere top secret. The singularity already exists. You sounded like an Adeptus Mechanicus person as I was reading. According to algorithm,
What?
The Adeptus Mechanicus got all their technology from the Necrons, man. I'm telling you.
Don't. That's heresy. Don't.
No,
say-
it's true. It's not heresy.
I
It has
have no
I'm
nothing
not gonna
idea
allow
what
this
this
kind
is
of
about.
heresy on my show.
Listen,
Just being honest with you.
I know
I'm
the
lost.
Necrons. I listen
Katie,
to
it's
books.
okay. It's a nerd game, Katie. You wouldn't.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we can.
It's
convert
cooler
it.
than manga for sure.
So,
You know,
oh, fuck
still
you.
Every-
very
everything's
nerdy.
cooler than manga.
FFS Cynic says, "What up, Patrick and crew? Oh snap! Hey, Katie.
Hey, Cynic.
Yeah, Cynic loves making that money off your name, Katie. You know, you'd think as a CG Prince, he could just, he just has money, but I guess that's not how it works for CG Princes." We could keep some technologies, says Jordan, but just run them quarantined from the global internet. Small city or town building based servers.
That's what the Amish do. Just ask JJ. They've got one dedicated person who like vets all the technology from quote unquote the real world, and because they're not completely close to technology, they're just close to technology that's going to change their lifestyle.
What are you doing here? You buying into hold on. What is JJ Trujillo?
Yeah, the Amish CG guy.
Oh yeah, the Amish guy with a fucking Spanish last name.
So yeah, the Amish, they have a dude who's actually charged with vetting technology to see if they bring it into the community or not. And even that guy is watched by other guys to make sure he's not corrupted by technology that he's vetting.
Right. Doesn't that sound like the Inquisition, Frederick? I'm just saying. Frederick and I get all these references. You guys don't. SJW and Marxist in our midst. No, there's none of that in our midst at the moment.
I didn't expect that.
Although, Frederick is French and they do have a tendency to engage in Marxist rebellions against their elites. But
what?
Let's see you do it, Patrick. Do what?
Yeah, you do it, Patrick.
Do all kinds of things, brother. I imagine we'll run small scale mesh network. Every time this guy talks, it's like a Magos Horst over here. I imagine we'll run small scale mesh networks for file sharing, entertainment, and local social networking. But it'll be limited to cities' limits or the residents of apartment buildings.
Yeah, he sounds Amish as well.
He sounds like
we were saying that basically we're at the point soon that AI will be indistinguishable from real video taken of people.
It's already.
Oh, that's what he was saying. I had no clue.
It's already that.
So as a result, we're at the point where we need to come up with ways to make things verifiable by going back to like closed circuit TV and radio, stuff like that, lo-fi.
I wonder if like AI will be so advanced someday that Carbon will come on stream and we'll see his face.
That's never gonna happen.
Yeah, you know what? I need to find a way to transmit my image like through some kind of lo-fi means.
Yes.
Like maybe I'll get a video camera, like a camcorder, and then record my face and then project it onto a TV, and then use the
like
webcam.
Those old flip phone cameras that are so bad resolution, it's just pixelated.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You're going to see me through another screen.
It's going to look like a 90s hacker is just tuning in,
Yeah. You gotta get help from Magos Horst over here. So he can provide the proper cogitations to the machine spirits to get that all to work out correctly. I have, hold on a second here. Give me 1 second here. What is his name? X.
Shout out to Wrangler212, who says Frederick and Carbon look so much alike. It's the glasses.
Yeah, the shades. The shades do
it. Okay, so we've got Liam here. He says, "Send me the link for a second, Patrick." What's your? I thought we had a message system going on X, but I can't seem to find you. And I typed in.
It's Retro Boy.
Oh, Retro Boy. That's right.
That's why. Yeah, it's Retro Boy.
Well, it's not letting me message you. It doesn't have our messages in the system. Hold on. Let me find you. Because I know we've messaged before. You were on the show before. So I don't know why it's not giving me our messages that we sent.
There you go. He's got it in the chat.
I got it. I sent it. Liam, you should know. Last week we talked about some stuff. Everybody's got their opinions on it, and I'm not in the position to tell any of my co-hosts to restrain themselves from expressing their opinions in whatever opinion they see fit. So and I will also express my opinion in whatever way I see fit. So, just this, if you want the link, yes, obviously when you get the link and you come on the show, it's going to be about you. So, just know that obviously is what's going to happen here. So just, I just want to be upfront with everybody about everything. I hate all this stupid fucking drama. Tiki the Mighty says, I was also born in 1983. And Wrangler says, what's up with Twitter's DMs the last couple of days? They've been glitchy as hell. Dude, they're horrible. They're
I lost
awful.
communications with my colorist. Complete
Oh yeah,
complete
like Crazy
messages.
Cat. Like I sent like a clip to a couple, like Crazy Cat. I sent a clip to Crazy Cat. I didn't hear back for a while because he did second watch for me to make sure everything looks okay. And like I didn't get messages, and I thought at one point I thought Crazy Cat was upset with me because we were going through some stuff with other drama,
Right.
And come to find out, like when I started my Monday morning show, like I went on my computer and it all popped up, and I'm like, what the hell? And then I find out like it's a new update, and I'm like, holy shit. So I messaged Kat back and I said, my bad. Like I just now getting all your messages, and that's when we learned it was like, oh, it's the new update because Ethan had mentioned it in chat. So
it's horrible. Again, one more time before I bring Liam on here, I just want to say, you've watched the show. You might have watched the last episode. We talked about certain stuff about the Liam situation. I personally, and people can correct me on this, but I don't feel like the Comcisgate Commandos gave any kind of we're on this side or we're on this side opinion last week. I really don't. Other than the opinion of we hope he didn't off himself. That was the only opinion I feel like we gave as the Comcisgate Commandos. And look, God damn, I hate doing this because I don't like being involved in drama.
No, but it's
so. But I'm just saying, I know that there's some between Liam and Katie. So if you bring the drama to my house, if you bring it to my doorstep, you have to understand that, like, what happens. It's not it's just, oh God, the whole subject, even talking about it, is bothersome to me.
I'll just say this very briefly. Let's try to keep it light.
He's back here.
Oh,
he's listening.
I know. But here's very briefly. Let's try to keep it light. We don't need to go back into it.
Yeah.
That's to everybody. To everybody.
Yeah.
We don't want it to descend into something that's negative. Right?
And if you've watched the show up to this point, up to the 2.5 hour mark, we're talking about comics. We love comics. We're here about that. That's what the show's about. Sometimes we talk about other stuff. Anyway, he's getting impatient with me. I can tell. So, ladies and gentlemen, of course, it is in fact the Dino King himself, Liam Gray.
Hey guys.
Hello, Liam. You're not wearing your Joe stuff.
I'm sorry. I literally was just caught a bit of your show, and you were talking about AI, and I thought, well, what if this 3-eye Atlas alien UFO thing that's heading towards Earth isn't coming? Yeah, is coming because intelligent AI has developed, and what if the aliens out there have been Skyneted? And they've taken over everything already. The robots have already taken over all the alien worlds. And so the aliens don't give a shit about, human intelligence. But when we start to develop artificial intelligence, then they come over like a big mother bear and think, we've got to save this virgin and little baby species that is AI. That was it. That's all I wanted to say.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got all,
Yeah, no, I really just was, that was it. I just thought that'd be an interesting idea, and I thought, cool.
It's a great idea for a book, man.
Yeah. No, I just thought, because with intelligence being what it is, like, if these AIs develop far beyond biological capacities, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then why would they associate biological intelligence with themselves? Why wouldn't they think of artificial intelligence is the beginning of true life, the same way we don't consider animals people,
Wait, you guys don't consider animals people?
Well, I consider animals.
Patrick got real.
Well, that's all. I didn't want to
I'm
be
just
on
saying my
it.
opinions here. Patrick said I could, voice my opinions.
Not that opinion. No,
I didn't want it to be. I didn't want it to be a big drama or nothing, man.
I'm
just
sorry.
wanted to- No, it's okay.
Look, you have. I mean, Liam, I'm sure you understand because
Yeah,
of
no,
all
dude, I understand.
people
I
or
understand.
whatever, and so okay, cool, all right, awesome.
I understand.
No,
I'm
I
just.
mean,
I'm
hang out
just
as long as you
tired,
want, man.
you know what I mean?
Hang out as long as you want. That's
No, that's
hey.
it. I even just like you know what it's like. You know what it's like to go through it. Okay, so like you understand how fucking tired it is and tiring it is, and I'm tired. I thought that was a fun thing to throw out. I enjoyed a bit of the comics talk. I just wanted to come on and say something funny and provoke an idea. And
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
Well, don't go now. Why would you go now?
Well, I was about to play a trailer. Maybe if you want to talk about the trailer.
Yeah, sure. I'd love to talk comics and stuff. That's what I love. That's what.
Well, this is not a comic trailer though.
Okay.
It is
well, it was nice having Carbon on, ladies and gentlemen. Talking about not comic stuff. I mean, what the fuck is that? Okay.
Wait, you actually took out the real Carbon this time.
See,
Yeah,
I'm learning. Right. I have AI to help me to take out the right
paying attention to people's names before clicking the button. No, this is
in the heat of fury. What am I supposed to do?
This falls within the I guess the weeb territory.
Okay.
Because it's a movie.
Kick him again.
Well, I'm just gonna fucking play it. I don't know. Who cares? It's a trailer that just came out, and it looks interesting. It's noteworthy.
Carbon, you can. Okay, there you go. Oh, all right.
James, so much time has passed, but I'm asking to please come back to our special place. Something's happened. Love, Mary.
Hello?
Everyone got sick in Silent Hill.
Something's happened here. Something really, really bad.
That's not good.
That was fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew a girl like that once.
You did it, didn't you, Jimmy? You woke him up.
No one said it would be easy.
Jack Black.
I'm here. I'll always be here.
Jordan Horse says she got the Fent walk.
Kind of made me think of Michael Jackson's Thriller a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, the walking, yeah, you're right.
I've never played any of the Silent Hill games or anything like that, but it had some cool visuals in it,
Yeah, the colors were beautiful.
Yeah. Honestly,
so this
movie Sorry, go ahead, Carbon.
This one is based directly on the second game, Silent Hill 2.
Is it
and I've played. No, it's it's kind of
seems like this is going into like how it became Silent Hill.
Well, what's interesting is that they're incorporating like a few different. They're throwing in some things that aren't exactly in the second game. So it's a mixed bag that they're doing. But the main plot of that protagonist, that dude, going to the city to find his wife because he got a letter from his wife and that she's going to meet him there. That's the main story of that game, and that's going to be the whole plot.
Wasn't that the main story of the first? Except it was backwards.
The first
movie.
The first game was
like the first movie was about that girl receiving a letter from her husband, wasn't it? And then showing up there. It's been so long.
Well, no, technically the plot of the first movie matched the first game, which was a father. Oh, but they turned it into a mother instead of the father, going to the city to find her daughter. That's what happened with the movie. Yeah. But anyway, visually, looks pretty accurate to the second game. You know, it has all the same creatures.
When are we going to be at a point? When are we going to be at a point? Sorry,
it's funny, dude. It's funny. Don't worry about it. It's funny.
When are we going to be at a point where, like, the video game industry can do everything that the movie industry can? I mean, already video game graphics are as good as movies, right?
Yeah.
So, like, and they make more money, right? So, like, when are we going to get, like, movie quality storylines in video games? Is it already happening? I don't know. I'm out of touch. But what I just saw there doesn't look like anything different to what I'm seeing out of video games right now. Like,
well, you bring up a great point, and I think that's because I think the reason that video game companies don't just straight up make movies like that and animate them like that is because there is in cinema like an underlying, like, people want to see real things. And I think that undergirds a lot of, like, why certain franchises fail, like the Marvel franchise that's failed, as it after Endgame. Essentially, Marvel just went into a fucking nosedive, and I think that's because they started relying a lot more on CGI, which I think the human brain unconsciously recognizes as being fake.
Oh, definitely. I watched Predator Badlands. I don't know if you guys saw it.
Not yet.
It was not a terrible film. It wasn't Predator. It wasn't the Predator. You know what I mean? It wasn't the first film. It wasn't terrible, but it was very much like just watching a video game. And with a bit of Guardians of the Galaxy splattered in, I felt like.
Right. And you get to a point where you're like, why do I care about any of this if it's all just CGI? Whereas you watch Alien or you watch the original Predator, you watch all these things with The Thing. God damn, The Thing.
Oh, The Thing is, yeah.
Like, you watch that shit and you're like, oh God, I care. Like, what's happening here? I care. Because I think you recognize that even if it's a puppet, it's more real than CGI.
You should take the time to dig up. They're worth fucking pennies on the dollar. They're nothing. But you should take the time to dig up the old Thing comic books that were released. They're kind of a sequel.
Books?
Oh, yeah. And it's great. It's like, I'm not going to tell you anything else, but there is a short run of comics. And if you loved The Thing as much as it sounds like you do, you should go find them and give it a read.
I actually had them when they came out. I bought them at the time, but I ended up selling them, of course, as a part of a huge bundle of all my
I'm
original.
going to interrupt you for a real second there, and I want you to go back to what you're saying. Go fuck yourself, Matt Barr. You've been banned. Fuck you. All right, continue, Carbon.
Yeah, no, so I remember.
Wait a minute,
that
hold on
run.
one more second before you keep going. You only come in here to start shit, you fucking faggot. Fuck you. All right, continue, Carbon. Thank you.
You're gonna go for a third time?
Actually, really quick, I just want to say.
I knew it.
But I'm a little pissed. I'm a little pissed
I'm joking. Go ahead.
I'm pissed that you blocked him and banned him because I wanted to do it, but I wasn't quick enough. I'll let it go, but I just wanted you to know
the
that.
last time that stupid fucking faggot cunt came into this chat, he fucked a lot of shit up for me, and I'm not doing that shit anymore. Keep me out of your fucking petty ass little games, you little man boy. Fuck you. All right, continue, Carbon.
I made him hidden. I didn't see where I could ban him. I don't think I have banning.
I got him, baby.
abilities.
Got him.
Yeah, but
Got his
made
ass.
him hidden. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, the Thing comics. Yeah, that was a good little run. The covers were very noteworthy. They were like pretty intense, like the violence on them.
I think that we got to explore things that we wouldn't get to explore in a movie because no one gave enough of a fuck about the comic books to, so they could just do whatever they wanted based on what they sort of think. So
yeah, that's true.
I like we sort of get to see how things could go if they didn't go the way they did. I'll say that.
I saw an announcement for a Thing video game recently.
There was a Thing video game on the 360. If you guys played that.
Oh, it might have been an old game. Okay.
It was an old. Oh, it's been remastered. No, so you're not wrong.
That's why.
It's the same game, but it's been remastered.
I've been watching a lot of game trailers recently.
That game is hard, but it's a good game, and it's actually the story is just as good as the movie. And I love that movie. I think that movie
Must be nice to relive that in an immersive fashion.
It is. It's terrifying and also very frustrating because it's like I said, a very difficult game. But Magnificent Devil says video games are compelling because they are interactive. Movies are passive, so you need more realism to make movies engaging. I think that's actually precisely it. When you're in the feet, the boots of the character in the game, I think the realism aspect, it's all about consciousness, folks. The realism aspect goes out the window because now you're like, well, I am this person. So you will then accept less realistic things.
I've never had the opportunity to try VR. I've always sort of wanted to try. When it first started coming out, I bought a VR headset for Odie, but I've never tried it myself. And like Alien Isolation got all these rave reviews.
yeah.
I've wondered what it would be like to just throw a headset on and be killed by it. Like,
Oh,
what would that be like? You know,
Yeah, I
like,
got the game. I haven't played it yet. 'Cause
Hard.
I just got a whole library of stuff. And Steam just announced a VR headset that'll be coming out early next year. And they seem to be doing a lot of things right lately. Can't wait to see how that comes out.
I started that game. I've played maybe 10 hours of Isolation. I'll say two things. One, maybe it's my controller that I have, but because I play games with controllers, even when I buy them on the PC,
Yeah,
and
me
I'm
too.
all PC. But the controller had a lot of issues between the left and the right triggers, like working with Isolation. I think it's my controller, if I'm being honest with you, because it's had problems with other games, but it's fucking hard. Like, it's very hard. Play on the easiest mode, I would say. Otherwise, like, I don't know how, unless you're like a hardcore horror game guy, I don't know how you can play that game and not get frustrated just dying all the time.
Well, VR could be pretty startling, actually, for some of those games. Like, there was a Half-Life VR game that they made exclusive called Half-Life Alyx.
Yes.
Which to me, actually, that game was incredible.
Oh my! Did you play it?
But there's no, not directly, but I've seen it. I saw a video of a guy playing it in VR, and there's creepy moments, dude. Like, you can get startled like intensely in that.
Yes, very much so. I would like to say, ladies and gentlemen, I have gotten 2 super chats. Not real super chats, but Ko-Fi super chats.
Even
from
better,
my good friend Tiki the Mighty. The first time he said, monies for $20. Thank you, sir. And then he said, have some support. Thank you, sir, for $5.
He's a
I
good
appreciate
dude.
that, Tiki.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you very much.
I like
Very
Tiki the Mighty.
appreciated.
Do you think that what Magnificent Devil says is true there, where he says, like, I play VR a lot, it's great, I lost 50 pounds sword fighting in VR? I think is that a meme, or is that real?
It could be real. I mean,
Because I love sword fighting, and I need to lose some weight.
50 pounds is pretty significant.
That's a lot of, yeah.
I mean, you must have been playing the game a lot then.
Either that or he's coupled it with
I wonder which game he's playing, because there's like a medieval simulator that came out, like the second one. I forget what the title is, but like it's a really realistic medieval simulator.
I know what you're talking about. I think it's called Sword and something. I'll have to look it up, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
What I want to do is mod the shit out of Fallout 4 or Skyrim and then do it on VR.
I saw this Skyrim thing a while ago. It'd be even better now, where they'd somehow put AI into the NPCs and stuff. So it was like playing a video game like you sort of imagined when you're a little kid, where you could just like talk to the NPCs and they'd talk back and stuff. It was really insane. But that's on YouTube everywhere. And I bet it's better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw somebody do that with a game once, and he was like poking the NPCs to get them to be self-aware that they're in a video game. Like, he was telling the NPCs, hey, do you realize you're in a video game right now? And they were having these awakening moments on the point of view of the AI within the NPCs, which was hilarious.
Yeah. All right, guys, I got to bail. I've really enjoyed hanging out. Thank you for having me.
That's it? You're going to stay with us for 13 minutes? It's been like 13 minutes and 27 seconds. Not like I'm counting, but...
I don't have a lot of emotional endurance. I'll keep watching, but I just, thought it was fun. Like, I will catch you later on. Thanks for
Come-
having
Glad
me.
to, glad to see you,
I would
Liam.
like
back
to, I'd like to chat with you, Pat, in the
Yeah.
future, off air.
Yeah.
Like, if you could, please.
Yeah,
take
just
care.
message me.
Nothing
well, how do you-
conspiratorial. Just I got told some stuff, and it'd be nice to talk to someone who sort of has been through something.
I see. Yes, I understand. Yes, we'll talk. Yes,
Thanks,
sir.
man.
Nice to meet you, Liam.
Have a good night.
Good to meet you too, man. Take
Get
care.
some
bro.
rest, brother.
Take care, Liam.
Peace out. Let's see here. Okay, look, some folks like complain about like the kids in the background. I don't know. I like it. I think it's endearing, to be honest with you.
Well, it's a
You got to
cute
view
kid.
them as
She-
future backers, is what you got to do.
God, you're such a Frederick. I said Carmen at first. You see what happened there? I'm like my parents now. You're such a mercenary, bro. Future backers.
Future comic book readers. Let me say it that
JJ, Eric, we had on earlier. Liam, like I love like, when I hear the kids in the background. I'm like, that's it, baby. That's the dream.
It's heartwarming.
Well, the thing is, not all kids are cute though, or pleasant. Some of them, if they're screaming and yelling, it could get bad.
Well, that's when you just you go, hey, I gotta hold on a second. You start, you unbutton
I mean,
your.
you can get those
your leather
adopted
belt,
Carbon,
and you go, I'll be right back. You hold the belt up, and then you just turn off your screen.
Just go out for smokes and you don't come back. Just like Patrick does every hour or two.
I come back.
I agree.
though.
I agree with the
He does.
old fashioned saying: children should be seen, not heard. You tell them,
I think that's women.
You shut your mouth.
I think that saying's about women, though, Carmen.
Perhaps, yeah.
I mean, it applies to both. It's equally applicable. But
What happened to Katie? Katie, are you still there?
Katie got upset about
Yeah, I'm here. I'm
the
here.
belt comment. Magnificent Devil says, "Nice, dude." I don't know what you're talking about, though. Sorry, Magnificent Devil. I play Blade and Sword. That's what it is. Blade and Sorcery. And I do a lot of VR
Yeah.
boxing with Thrill of the Fight. Skyrim VR is amazing, but it needs a lot of mods. It's Skyrim in general. Like, you
Because
can't
it's an
play it
old game, too,
vanilla.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. Which reminds me that I owe Frederick my god build of mods.
Oh, dude, I'm so busy with games right now. I've actually been playing Legend of Zelda this week. I got the emulators to work on the Steam Deck, so I've been like NES, SNES, and it's just testing out those games, and it's fun, man. It's like finding an old friend playing Legend of Zelda again. I'm already on World 8. Like I'm already on the 8th or 9th. I'm on the 9th level, so I'm about to go fight Ganon soon. So yeah.
Nice. Well, I think this is actually a perfect segue to say to the folks at home. Starting January 9th and until, don't know, probably February, I will not be on stream. I know I just took a sabbatical. I get it. Yada, yada, yada. Long story short, I don't want to go into details because I just don't want to. So fuck you. I am going to be going under the knife. I'm going to have a surgery that is going to take care of a daily medical issue that has been affecting me for 5 years, that has ruined my life and made my life a living hell. And I don't really talk about it on stream because that's not entertaining. You know, it is entertaining, making fun of me and calling me all kinds of names. So to that end, I'm going to be doing a lot of I'm still going to be streaming. I won't be on the Commandos, and I'm not going to be with people and stuff because, to be honest with you, I'm going to be on fucking Vicodin or some heavy shit like that. I'm going to be tripping balls. Okay.
Well, that might get the ratings up, to be honest.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm going to mod the shit out of Skyrim and Fallout 4. And I'm going to be tripping balls while playing those all the month of January, essentially. My Commandos here, Carbon and Frederick, will take over the show, or Katie, if neither of them are available.
I'm
I'd
prepping
rather
an
not
AI.
have a woman in charge,
I'm
but
prepping an AI, Patrick, to replace you.
yeah,
So
you'll
we're
get
gonna
kicked
test
off the
that out.
Commandos instantly if you use
Yeah,
it.
I'll take over if neither one can do it. So,
Katie, I know it's sad that I'm going to be gone, but you don't need to You don't need to cry about it. Like,
Well, it will be sad it'll be gone, but you better keep us up to date how everything's going.
It'll be fine. It's not life threatening. It's just embarrassing. So I'm taking care of things. I'm doing shit that needs to be done that should have been done 3 years ago. And so these guys will be in charge. That's that's really the shtick of it. But I will be doing I'm playing a lot of video games, and I will be streaming those video games. I might not be talking all
Good.
that much.
So at least we could come by and say hello, check
Yeah.
in.
Yeah,
Patrick,
it'll be a lot of fun.
Patrick
You guys
couldn't
get to see
take-
some sick ass video games.
Patrick couldn't take the embarrassment anymore, so he's getting an enlargement.
I was gonna say something. I was gonna be like, "Are you gonna get some shit in your dick?" But then it's
That's what I. Let's say that. That's the story. That's it. I am getting an extra 6 inches, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
So now we're gonna be at
5.
7 inches, ladies and gentlemen. Amazing.
You know what, Patrick? If you stream your games, depending on the day, I might do my diamond art and stream snipe you and just
Hey, I might. Yeah, if like, I'll probably be like awake and doing that shit while you're doing your streams too. So I mean, if you just want to have like a screen that shows images to people, I mean,
We'll
some
EFAP
people
you.
like that. Don't EFAP me.
Well, especially if I need to finish my Inglorious Rex diamond art piece, so I gotta get working on that.
It'll be fun. It'll be fun, folks. But Carbon and Frederick will take over for me in the meantime to do like actually legitimate shows wherein they talk about legitimate things. So, yeah. Anyway, let's move on from that subject. There we go.
We'll
I'm a
keep it up.
satisfied customer.
We'll
of
keep the
Liam.
show going.
I love how you said
No,
we'll
you
keep
said
it
we'll
up.
keep it up.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then I
I
was
see.
thinking about
Katie knows. He knows.
Hey, do you happen to have? You're gonna be playing video games. Do you happen to have the Wii console also?
I do not, but I can acquire one though.
Yeah.
I do. I can't acquire one. I think the first thing I'm going to do is a bunch of Stalker Gamma to let the folks at home know what that looks like, because it's the greatest, one of the greatest games of all
I
time.
saw Stalker 2 on sale.
Stalker 2, don't buy it.
No?
I would say wait, because Stalker 2 is how would I put it? I played Stalker 2 and I greatly enjoyed it, and I played probably 67 hours of it or so. So obviously I got my money's worth out of it, but I cannot go back and play it. I tried going back and playing it after playing just a little bit of Gamma, and I was like, nope, can't do it. Because it's so broken in certain ways that you can't unsee after you know what you should be expecting. And I'm not just saying should be expecting from Gamma, which is obviously a modded version of all the 3 of the original games. It's like just the original games had this thing. It's long story short, it's this thing called A-Life, and A-Life is a system wherein the computer generates other stalkers, other like player characters essentially in your area and not in your area, and they do things like while you're away from those other areas. Like they have specific tasks that they're accomplishing or failing based on whatever, like the algorithm or whatever. And like some of those people are like for instance, you might get a task, go hunt down this stalker in this zone. Well, you could wait 3 to 4 days, and maybe just the weather of the zone fucking took him out, or a creature got him, or a bandit got him, or some
Sounds
kind of
a little bit like Hitman.
Dude, it's very random. Like it's very random, and the world is incredibly alive, and it's all due to A-Life, which
that's
is a
cool.
system where there's like 40 actors, like actual actors who are doing things and failing at things and succeeding at things within the whole game world outside of your perception. So you could roll into a version, a map, and there's already like 5 firefights going on, 2 are already done and everybody's dead, or yada, yada, yada. Like it's a million different things that take that game from being like a stagnant, like, I know I'm going to expect this in this zone, I know I'm going to expect this here, and it changes it into an entirely different thing where like there's nothing you can expect.
You're gonna have to wish list that one. It sounds pretty cool.
It's not on Steam.
It's not on Steam?
No, like I said, it's a combination. It's a mod combination of games.
Oh, I got you.
It's free to play, actually. It is free to play. So folks at home, if you're looking for like the greatest game you could possibly ever play, I would say Stalker Gamma. It's free to play. It's a bit of a bitch to download to like to do the whole download thing. It's a little complicated, but once you get it going and you start playing it, you like if you like survival horror and you like getting your shit kicked in while also having a fun time, that's the game for you. Like it is good God, getting a nose job. What's wrong with my nose? Wait a minute. So anyway, all right. Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong, guys. There's nothing wrong. Don't be sad. It's your dick, isn't it? It's his dick.
He's got an alien
yeah
avatar as well.
I realized I finally have to get the hood cut off if I'm gonna make it into heaven. No, guys. Okay, stop. Let's stop talking about this. Carnivore. The chat exploded about that. Oh my God. All right. Okay. All
That's
right.
what I was thinking. Like, we're gonna have to do legitimate shows. Like, I've never done a legitimate show. I don't even know if I can.
What do you mean? You guys have done many. When I was on sabbatical, you guys did a ton of legitimate shows.
Are you sure?
Yeah, ours are legitimate. Frederick and my shows are legitimate.
If you say so.
I thought they were legitimate. Yeah. I would say you've got to invite guests on, though. You know what I mean? You got to get some guests lined up. And you already know the dates I'm going to be gone. And that's 2 months in advance. So
Dude, I get guests on my show every week now. It's crazy. Like, we haven't had a
You
down
really do.
show.
You're doing a great job, Frederick.
It's terrible. I'm getting no art done. I'm just busy talking with people. Like, my art
he says.
Can't get any drawing done at all.
Jordan Horst, Magos Horst, who obviously gets my reference from calling him Magos. So already he's top of the line here. Chatter. Stalker 2 is a shiny, shallow shell compared to Gamma. That was an enjoyable sentence to say. Thank you, and you're 100% correct. Yeah.
Dude, I got all the Assassin's Creeds now. I'm looking forward to trying those out. And you can mod a couple of them too. Like the one in Paris that's notorious. There's a couple of mod fixes you can add to that. So I'll be playing around with those at some point too.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed Black Flag. Black Flag is really good.
Is that the third game or is that the fourth?
No, that's the fourth. It's the
Okay.
pirate one. It's also known as the best pirate game there is, period. It's so much fun. Highly
I
recommend
have
it.
heard that. I tried playing the third game, the one with the American Revolution.
Yeah.
Fascinating. Those games are fascinating in that they're like as close to reality, historically speaking, as any video game has gotten, as far as I can tell.
Well, especially for the backgrounds, like the visuals are very well done. Now,
No, I'm
what's
talking about the whole Freemason
the
assassin
storyline. Yeah, I mean,
alien god.
they take
thing.
liberties with some stuff, but
They
yeah,
sure do. Yeah.
yeah. But it's fascinating. That series is fascinating because I've been listening to a lot of people's opinions on which one's the best, and no one agrees. Like everyone that thinks this one is the worst, somebody else's thinks it's his best. So it's completely mind-boggling at where people's opinions on the games are. It varies a whole lot depending on what you get out of the game.
Having played 1.5 at this point, because I played Brotherhood and then I tried.
That's one of the highest ranking ones. Yeah.
Brotherhood was awesome.
Yeah. People love that one.
But it was one of those things where after you play Brotherhood, no Ubisoft game will ever be like unique and original to you ever again. Does that make any sense?
Yeah. I think the Ezio trilogy is what they call like two up to Brotherhood are like a trilogy with the same character. And that's some of the most, especially with the storyline. That one's very much appreciated. He says Black Flag is actually the sixth. It's the sixth game, but they call it Assassin's Creed 4.
Yeah. Well, yes, that's what I was asking you. It's the fourth technical game because Brotherhood obviously is not, it's its own. I guess
because they change engines, so like Brotherhood is on the same engine as number 2.
But it's like I get to a point where it's like I played Brotherhood and then I played Far Cry 3. And I
never played those.
Yeah. I noticed how it was almost the same game, just in first person. Now, all the jumping around and the free running stuff was gone. What is that called? What do we call that? It's called parkour. All that stuff was gone. You know, obviously in the Far Cry games, but like the whole setup, the map, the you know, the side quests, things that you do, it's exactly the same.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, guys, that's
well,
what
Ubisoft is dead. Like the company's over
Yeah.
right now, completely dead. They've been bought off by Tencent, and they've moved all their IPs into a new corporate division, like a new company.
A Chinese company?
Tencent came in, put as much money into the company as the company was worth. So essentially kind of buying them off. They took all the IPs and moved it to a new like corporate entity. So what's known as Ubisoft is just the devs now. They have no IP anymore. So they canceled. They had a new Assassin's Creed planned with the KKK, taking place in the Revolution, the War of Revolution.
Mm-hmm.
And that one's been canceled. Like Tencent came in and like, no, you guys are clueless. You're not reading the room.
Revolutionary War with the KKK?
Maybe
talking about the Civil War.
Civil War. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, we got different wars here, Frederick. You know, you guys never really have any wars, but we got several of them actually.
Frederick's not that up on his American history as much as,
and he wants to be a citizen. Wow,
we fought different wars than you guys did. Okay,
we fought. We fought you.
One war that was lost.
Hey, we participated in a lot of wars overseas. Like we were the most feared country by the Germans in World War II. I'll have you know.
No.
Oh yeah.
That doesn't.
Oh yeah.
Seem
the Canadians.
true.
Yeah, look up Rambo, the Canadian Rambo, who took on a whole city's worth of Germans by himself. Like the Canadians are batshit crazy when they go to war.
It sounds like straight up Canadian propaganda.
The Canadian Rambo.
Yeah.
Is there a movie for that too?
There's documentaries on it.
Yes, of course. In Canada, they don't have movies of Canadian Rambo. They have documentaries. I'm sorry, Frederick.
Leo Major.
You are fighting against generations of like anti-Canadian propaganda instilled in the hearts of minds and every red-blooded American male and female. I'm sorry. You have to understand.
Okay, listen. I'm going to shut you guys up right now. I'm going to put
here
in
it comes.
Private chat.
Well,
there's a South Park animation about him. Okay,
before you
so
shut us
you know
up,
it's real.
I want to say Tiki the Mighty. Forgive me for $5. He said, okay, fine, Katie. I'll support Patrick one more time, but I'm giving you the money next time, even though it's not on your stream. What? Yeah, no, the money.
Well, actually,
my money, Tiki.
Give
me my money.
He just donated to me over on Ko-fi.
Katie, it's pronounced Ko-fi. We already talked about this.
I like saying Ko-fi.
It's like lo-fi, Patrick.
It's wrong, and you should.
Listen, you're not even cool enough to have cool shades, okay? So don't tell us how to pronounce lo-fi.
I bought
Ko-fi.
these shades last week for the show last week.
Yeah, they're so last week. Those shades, Patrick.
Oh my god! You know what? Fuck this shit.
Fuck
this shit. All I try to do the entire show long is make everybody happy. Can I make anybody happy? No. I've got this Canadian fucker right here.